Hey, finally, we is here. Finally, we here. Wow. This is a long time coming. This is special for me. First YouTube live stream in my family's liquor store. Just came home from Accra, Ghana. Such a beautiful place. Shout out to Jim Jones. You know, he comes to the liquor store a lot. Show some love. So shout out to Jim Jones. I'm drinking. What is this? J. Bellanini J. that's what I'm sipping on today. Well, this is a special moment. This is a long time coming. This is something that my grandfather will probably be proud of me about. Passed away in 1996. Such a wonderful guy. I'm actually named after him, Sylvester Mensah. So, you know, salute to my grandfather. Once again, man, started this business, Fred's Wines and Liquor, in the 70s. And it's been around for 30 plus years. Black-owned company. My father, who's actually walking past right now, is one of the owners, and my uncle is also one of the owners, Uncle Benjamin. So shouts to my Uncle Ben. Wow, my mom, and shouts to my guy Cal. My guy Cal, 118th and 5th. That's my guy, man. That been my guy since like 9th grade high school. I'm 33, turning 34 on January 25th. My guy Cal, he came to me with the idea back in about 2016, 2017. Say, yo, Sliz. They used to call me Slizzy. He like, yo, Sliz, man, let's start a podcast. I'm like, I bet, fuck it, I'm gonna start a podcast. Fuck it. And we did like 2 pods together, and he stopped. At the time, you know, he had a kid. So salute to Cal. COVID season, Randall was definitely in the background right now, which is funny to me. But salute to Cal. And he stopped, and I kept going. And, you know, I've been going since 2016, 2017. So I wanted a catalog first before I actually got the YouTube. I felt like a catalog was needed. I felt like audio was needed. I felt like merch was needed. I felt like, you know, something brand new was needed. Shout out to my guy Mike, man, Forster Projects, you know, 115 Bang Bang, a guy who's also helping me with this. As you can see, we got the Unseen in the background. So shout outs to Unseen. My guy Mike has been one of my guys since forever. Mike has been one of my guys. So shout outs to my guy Mike, man. He's also an inspiration when it comes to his clothes and stuff, man. And you know, shout outs to everybody who supported me, man, who got me to this point, man. All of you beautiful Knicks fans who, even if I disagreed with you, you still supported me at the end of the day. All the people, like my moms and my pops, they actually supported me too. It's funny because my mother said, "Oh, you got nice hats now." so that's stuff that I like to see. You know, and I wanted to show people, you know, how what can you do getting older? How can you reinvent yourself? Like, and I needed to find myself. And I was at a time in my life. I was around like 25, 26. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. Not just I got hired at the hospital. So that's a brand new experience for me. And this, I found Knicks Twitter. I'm a New York Knicks fan, as everybody know. I've been on Knicks Twitter since 2017. 2 Twitters deleted. Now I got a new Twitter going right now. So, you know, my new Twitter's at the bottom, as you can actually see. State from Harlem, be more like State. And let's get into it, man. But I got a couple special guests coming in today. People who've helped me get to this point. But you know, this guy, matter of fact, he don't even need an introduction.
What's good, man?
My guy, Evil, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I love the story, you know what I'm saying? But yo, man, rip that bandage off, man. Let's get it popping already, man, you know? YouTube experience, man. So let's get this thing going, man. But that's good. Good to hear you speak. Good to see your voice. You know what I'm saying? You know, see the next chapter of State.
Yeah, man. I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a lot too, man. I'm writing Substack articles. So definitely, it's at the bottom of the screen. If you go to the bottom, I got Substack articles coming out damn near every other day. I got Reddit blog posts coming out every other day. I got merch. I got the merch website. You could definitely look at the bottom. You go to the merch website. Got mad accessories on there. So definitely go cop from there. I got a lot going on right now. But I feel blessed. It's early in the year. I'm also about to move up actually at work, so I'm about to be getting even more money. I'm happy as hell right now. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good space right now.
Let me hold something.
In my birthday in a couple weeks.
Let me hold something. My pocket's kind of light, man. Let me hold
something. Even man, you know, the famous question I gotta ask you is like, how did we connect, man? How the hell did you find me, bro?
like same thing, you know, we got the same kind of story. You know, I had like a 5-team crew. You know, we was gonna take over the internet. You know what I'm saying? We was gonna do this. I got this. I got this. I got that. I got the camera. I got this. I got some money. We're gonna put it together. And then when it came down to it, I'm all alone, man. And I've been all alone up until this point. You know, I started basically 2016 too. You know, we was trying to do audio and stuff like that. You know, I ended up getting sick, you know, in 2018, and that's when it really got it. I really started rocking after that. But you know, we met each other the same way. We just trying to find like-minded people, you know. And then that's how we linked up. We started with the audio, you know, with Anchor. Anchor was a big thing, you know, because they made it easy for everybody. So we linked up through that way, man. So, you know, I think ever since we linked up, I think that was like, you know, that was like the marriage made in wherever you want to say, you know. So
yeah, marriage pause.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wow, another guest just popped in. Well, this guest, shout out to Knicks Faces. This guest actually I think this guest found me and was one of the people who supported me, even though this person, like, you know, behind the scenes we get into a lot of arguments because of me. It don't be because of her. So it don't, like, I don't want her to think like, oh, yeah. I want her to think like, oh, it's me. It's nah. It be me. But I understand people like her. This person she also has her own podcast, Let's Talk Knicks. I think off the ball pod. My next guest coming in is Charlotte. So hello, Charlotte. How you been? How you doing? How was Europe? And yeah, welcome to my first show.
I apologize about my background. I hope my audio is okay. But what's up, State? What's up, Die Hard Era? I don't think we've connected, but nice to finally meet you. State, I don't know how we first met. I don't know, maybe on a space or something. For those that don't know, State and I kind of have like this brother-sister relationship, I would say. State and I get at it because just of how much we love about this team. But I think at the same time, we work very well together. Shout out Stan for constantly dealing with us. But yeah, I've supported State from the beginning because I believe in him. And I think he brings a different flair to Knicks Twitter. And I'm really excited to support him any way I can on his new YouTube thing.
Yes. Yeah. Like I look at y'all YouTube channels. I just take little bits and pieces from everybody. I watch everybody's channel, even if I don't like them. I won't say who I don't like now because this is a positive show today. no, negative. We're gonna do straight positive today. But I watch everybody's show, so I try to take little tidbits from everybody. I'm kind of used to like talking in front of the camera and stuff. I'm kind of used to like talking to a crowd of people. I just did it recently in Ghana too. I'm gonna actually share that video probably tomorrow, where I was talking at a church that my grandmother had us in. So salute to my nana. But yeah, I was best supposed to be here, man. But it takes time. I didn't want to rush into it and then not do it the correct way, if you understand what I'm saying. So thank you for joining me.
Yeah, the correct way is always your way, man. You always got to do it your way. No matter, say, yo, man, come on, just do the channel already. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Do this thing or whatever it is. But I'm not you. You have to do it the way that you want to do it in the right time. Make sure you get whatever you need and everything, and just make it happen how you want it to happen.
So let's get into the Knicks. Let's get right into it. I just had COVID season on this TV screen. I want to talk about Randall real quick, honestly. This guy is an enigma. I used to hate this guy. I still got a little hate for him. I used to hate his basketball play style. I used to hate his game. I used to hate his hair, the way he looked. I ain't like this guy. I didn't like the way he thumbs down the team after a loss. Didn't speak to the media. Went 1 for 9 the very next game. I don't like how he shoots civil rights numbers in the playoffs. I hate that. I don't like it. I don't like it. No excuses for him. But this particular season, I can't lie, I'm enjoying his play. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of Brunson. I don't know if it's because he finally found himself, and maybe it takes a lot of NBA years for a player to find himself. I don't know if he's just matured as a basketball player. I don't know if it's OG Anunoby. But what you think it is, Charlotte, that Julius Randle came to this point?
I think Julius Randle has been the epitome of a player that has been scrutinized till maybe his breaking point. He had to get a sports psychologist to help him out. But I think Julius ups, downs. He just had, against a terrible game before, but then he bounced back 39 points last night. But I think Julius Randle has the wit to be able to be a great player for the Knicks. But when he doesn't run back on defense, when he's fighting with the refs, that's not the Julius Randle we want. But I think that he can lead the Knicks to a successful playoff series. But a lot of fans don't believe in him because leadership problems. Hasn't shown anything in the playoffs between the Hawks, Cavs, Miami Heat. He had that crazy shot in the regular season against the Miami Heat. But what I need to see from Julius Randle is, very good playoff play. You're an all NBA player, you're most improved, you're an all-star in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. His civil rights numbers. Man giving me white man stats, man. The man stats.
I never understand how State can come up with civil rights. State is the founder of the almighty 4 seed. When you see that on Twitter or wherever on the internet, that is State. He came up with that. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. But I think, where do you come up with these terms? I never understand.
My mind be everywhere. So, I'll give you an example, yo. I got comic books back here, comic books, Warlock and Secret and Ultimate Invasion, Silver Surfer. I watched Bruce Lee growing up. I've always been one of those guys. I've watched everything. My mind is always on go. My mind is always on everything. So me, I sit back, I probably smoke some weed, and it just come to my brain. That almighty 4 seed. The story behind that. So one day, and then we can go right to Keith. Because I'm gonna have Ebru go after Keith. So one day, I was listening to Griselda, and I was listening to Dr. Birds, and he kept saying Almighty. And I'm like, wait, hold up. He keeps saying Almighty, and then somebody kept talking about the 4th seed. So I'm like, Almighty 4th seed got some ring to it. Matter of fact, y'all calling it the Almighty 4th seed. Because the season was so fake. It was fake. I've never seen top COVID season Randall, top 5. Easily one of the best NBA players I've ever seen. Easily. I mean, it's no comparison. I got Shaq 01, Kobe 2006. I got Bron 2013, and then COVID season Randall. Like that's how it be. But Keith, man, you got a lot going on in your background, man. Where you at? Like you at a party? What are you doing?
I'm outside, yo. I'm outside. I'm outside.
But thank you for joining me, man.
Man, dude, little bro, like I'm just happy to be a part of seeing you grow, yo. I'm good.
Thank you, man. Oh man. Ebru, what's up?
I'm chilling.
What's your thoughts on COVID season? On COVID season, Randall, what you watching with Julius Randle right now? Is it just a NBA player maturing? Is it just an NBA player understanding his role and how to play basketball now?
I think it's just not just a player, man. It's the evolution of a man, you know. How old is Money? He's like 20. He's like
29.
Yeah, he's 29. So we've known him for quite a few years now. So when he first came through, you know, he was 25, just turned 25. You know, so I remember when I was 25, I was doing a lot of things I wasn't supposed to be doing, you know, so let alone having to stay in shape and play basketball and do those other stuff. And then have to deal with people like you know, with all the stuff that comes out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Isaiah Thomas came for you one time, man, after something you said about Isaiah Thomas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you be going crazy sometimes in this thing, man. But, yeah, man, so, I'm kind of proud to watch it because he had an issue with his emotions. You know, he's a sore loser type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So he worked so hard. So now to this point now, he had that dude that was with them. They were like praying before games and praying during timeouts. I'm like, what the? But I mean, you kind of need to do whatever you need to do to get yourself past whatever. So I think right now he hasn't had any outbursts this year. There's been plenty of times where okay, here goes Randall, but he didn't go over the line. He just stayed within the game and stuff. So especially with him shooting bad early in this year. So I mean, all these things are stacked against him, but I just think that he worked through it just from what he learned up to this point. So I think, you know, I mean, I'm proud of him, man. You know, Brunson, I think, had a big part of that. You know, Brunson came through and just kind of like changed the energy of the team. So, you know, just him learning throughout the time, I think he's doing great, man. And then with OG now here, OG's cut from the same kind of cloth. So now I'm anxious to see who's the next person going to come in here because I think this is like just how Randall built himself up. I think the Knicks are building themselves up the same way, you know. So I'm hoping that we can get to where we need to go, you know, moving forward.
Is Julius Randle the best power forward in Knicks history?
That's a good question, man.
No.
I can't. Nah.
No.
Let's not do that. Come on. Let's not do that.
Nate's just fishing for trying to have fish. Nate, do you think he's the
yo, this dude is the narrative god, yo. Like, yo, let's not do that. Like, you're not gonna get any rebuttal on
that. Okay, man. No, I was just making sure, checking the temperature.
He's top 5, though. What do you think? He's top 5? He's got to be top 5.
No, he's top 5.
Yeah, he's top 5. He's top 5. I'm not worried about that. Yeah. Next on the list, Tom Thibodeau. I hate that coach. Let me start off there. I don't like Tibbs. I think Tibbs is an abomination. I think he's a liar. I think he's a slob. I think Tibbs stole generational wealth out of young basketball players' pockets. I think Tibbs should be locked up north. I hate this coach. I don't like him. I don't like his voice. I don't like the way he carries himself. I don't like nothing about him. With that said, I ain't gonna lie, he's been coaching his ass off, man. It's making me mad. It's making me so mad. Every time he makes a good decision, it makes me mad because it just kills my narrative. Like, when are you going to do something stupid? Like the other night, he was playing OG Anunoby and Quentin Grimes together. I'm like, oh, okay. With Josh Hart. Oh, okay, that's a nice little unit you got going there. Nice little unit. He's tinkering. He got OG Anunoby at the 4. But that's also shout outs to Leon Rose, because Leon Rose is a guy who I've been on his heels, right? And I find it interesting that I'm not complaining about Tom Thibodeau's system ever since we got OG and Anunoby. So what's the correlation to Tom Thibodeau and was it the roster? Like did he not have enough horses in order for his system to be implemented the correct way? Or was it the play, or was it him? Was he just not coaching correctly? It got to be one or the other. It can't be both, So I guess whoever would like to go first.
Yeah, ladies first.
Okay. I think Tom Thibodeau is the most stable coach that the Knicks have had in a while. If you just look at the current coaches that the Knicks have had, I'm very happy with Tom Thibodeau. And, a lot of fans want to be quick to say, like State, for example, fire Tom Thibodeau. But State, who are you going to hire that right now is better than Tom Thibodeau? No one. No one's better than Tom Thibodeau on the current market that's currently available. I really like that since RJ has been traded, I know it's State's guy, but since RJ's been traded, the rotations, the movement, the cutting, the rotation, the substitutions have been really, really great. And I think Tom Thibodeau has earned himself, if the Knicks make it to the second round or better, will earn himself a contract extension with the New York Knicks.
Oh my goodness.
That's the truth. I know you probably would agree with me that if the Knicks get to the second round or better, he's gonna get a contract.
I wouldn't go that far. Me and State used to. That's the one thing that me and State used to agree with. Our takes on Tom Thibodeau, man. We used to we would argue about everything under the sun. Tom Thibodeau, me and him were like, yeah, But, the thing with Tom, same thing. You can't deny it, man. He's like the best coach that we had in so long. But there's a couple things like he doesn't adjust well. He's just like he's like a Krabby Patty, man. Like I was thinking the other day, we're blowing this team up by 35, and he's like, like, dude, man, like at least just chill out for a second, believe in your team. But that's one thing I gotta say, like personnel, like you gotta have the right personnel to match the coach and stuff. So, I mean, Brunson, Julius, and all these guys, they're not affected by what Tom Thibodeau is saying and doing. OG's another guy that comes through here. It's from the same cloth. He don't care what Tom Thibodeau is saying. That grumpy, Krabby Patty thing doesn't affect them. They're self-made players. They'll be able to get each other, riled up. They believe, they fit into whatever Tom wants them to do, and they're just doing it to the T. So, Tom Thibodeau is what he is, man. But I wonder. There's some names. Some people put some names in the chat. I'm wondering if he's just this guy that's going to get us to a certain point, and then we'll bring somebody else in here to take us over the top. Similar to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr with Mark Jackson and stuff. It's like I want to use it like an analogy, like say like relationships. Like you could be with somebody. This is like he's like the best guy I ever been with. I never met anybody like him. I'm gonna be with him forever. Even though he's this and the other. I want to get married, but he doesn't want to give me the ring. But I'm gonna wait 15 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, if you would have just like say, listen, this is what I want, then you can move on and find the right person. Now you can get that ring, which is the championship. You know what I'm trying to say? Get what you want, have kids, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's something to throw out there. Tom Thibodeau got us to this point, but maybe he's not the one. He doesn't have the ring.
Yeah.
The ring.
All right, the chat going crazy. I ain't gonna lie. This is my first ever live stream, so I appreciate all of y'all for coming to join me. First of all, second of all, I got to get used to like talking to the chat. Doing both at the same time. So I get used to it. It's my first time. But salute to y'all. Like I definitely see all of y'all comments, man. This is definitely my first live stream. I really appreciate all of you guys that's in here right now. And speaking of the devil, this is so funny. My next person that's joining me is a guy who has been making a lot of my designs. It's helping me with a lot of this stuff, man. A lot of these designs, this guy has helped me with, man. This is a person who I actually been talking to a lot off camera. I mean, off camera, off screen, through text. texts me a lot of positive stuff. Oh my God, I just took out an RJ hoodie. Oh my God.
Oh jeez. Wait,
this
show
shit.
it. Oh, that is nice.
Oh
Steve,
my
what do you do
goodness.
with all your RJ merch? Are you still gonna wear it?
Yeah, I call it a throwback.
People want to know.
I call it a throwback. I call it a throwback, man. I got this. I still got the RJ hoodies on deck, but I got the OG and the Nobi hoodie. No matter of fact, let me show that off now. So my gosh, I can reveal the next guy. And I got the Tony, the Julius Randle, the Judah Annihilator. I got the Tony hoodies popping. Hold on, where's OG and the Nobi before I bring my guy up? No, this iHeart, man. See, I got iHeart, the big German. Where
Get some merch, guys.
I left OG upstairs. Oh, with that said, my guy Recap is in the building. What's up, my guy?
What's good, Recap?
What's going on, people? Sorry about that. I have your stream in the back right here, watching your stream as I'm talking. I want to see people in your chat. Actually, shout out to you, State. Look at you, man.
Yeah,
I love
man,
the freaking group that we got over here. My man Eru, what's going on, brother? We never actually got a chance to link up. It's the first time. I've always seen your stuff, obviously, but first time meeting you, man. Shout out to you in Charlotte. Right now it is.
Are you in Queens, by the way? Let me throw it out there. You in Queens?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I think I walked past you the other day.
Nah. You're not in Briarwood, are you? Like in the Queens area?
Yeah, I'm in Briarwood. So I think that was you. I think I walked right past you. I was like,
nah.
No,
so if we live close by, you know we gotta do something, right? It's automatic now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Appreciate you. Stay. I love your setup, man. I love the merch.
Yo, thank you, man.
I love everything, man. Congratulations to the show.
Yo, thank you, man. It's a long time coming. I didn't forget about you neither, man. Trust me, I didn't forget about you. I think about that shit every night before I go to sleep. By the way,
for everybody who's listening, State, because I'm the guy who gives them all the graphics, right? So you think that I would have the most State stuff ever?
Here you go. No, this for you. This for you.
How is for me? You have it in your hands.
Live on camera. Look at the OG and the Nobi. I got more coming, but this is one of the hoodies. I got it in the liquor store.
Sweatshirt. Steve, I'm holding you to that still.
Yeah, no. I got you. I had to get everything. I'm doing everything myself. I'm Dame dashing it right now. I'm trying to be a boss. I got y'all. I did not forget about y'all. I promise you I did not. I promise you this hoodie is going to stay. I'm shipping this to Recap, so I just need the 3 others. I need 3 others, man. But,
by the time you finish shipping me the stuff that you owe me, you're going to need to get a truck to drop it by my house, I think. He done owe me at least 3 months worth of product already.
I do.
I'm owed one.
Yeah. I definitely owe. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely owe. Oh, y'all too.
I'll wear it on the podcast with Chris Winfield. I promise.
Nah, I got you, man. I owe shit. I owe you sweatshirt, man. Eru, Recap. I gotta get him some stuff. I owe my uncle, pops, my sister. So I'm about to get everybody right, man. I'm about to get everybody right. Especially the females on Knicks Twitter. I think that's my main target. That's why on my merch website, I took a page out of Recap book, and I got a lot of female merch on there. It's a lot. It's a good variety too. You know, I got the kitchen joint, you know, mittens, the gloves. I got paper towels, kitchen towels. I got everything.
Wild.
I got everything. This is Harlem, baby. We selling everything. Everything you need, I got it. Oh, do iHeart merch. I got an iHeart hoodie right here. It's not the real hoodie because I'm gonna wait until I want to ask. Because I gotta wait until I send.
Bring it close to the camera so they can actually.
I gotta wait until I get Recap his stuff before I ask him for another goddamn graphic.
Oh yeah. He's cut off now. He's cut off.
Yo,
he's not getting another graphic. It's
Dante DiVincenzo. Oh, I didn't even put it out yet. It's so far. I didn't even put it out yet. Big Pajah hoodie. Oh my goodness. You might.
Yes,
matter of fact, Charlotte, I'm gonna make you one of those. You're gonna like, this fucking graphic. Oh my god.
Speaking of Big Pajah, you know, since it's a SNYK podcast and we talking about merch. I love the merch. I see the basketball going in the background. I gotta ask you. Last time we talked, State, right? We talk a lot. Yes, Dante DiVincenzo was not a great topic for you. It wasn't a great topic to have. Remember, the starting wasn't going to work. Starting could never work. And then I look at his stats yesterday. And Charlotte, correct me if I'm wrong here. Avery, please correct me if I'm wrong here. Is he not shooting a career high from three?
Shooting over 44% from downtown.
Damn. So what I'd like to ask is update take.
He's stalling. That laugh is a stall. He's stalling, man.
So this is
I know.
We'll switch the topic and be like, so guys.
I ain't gonna switch.
No. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's not a Twitter space. It's live. He got me on candy camera right now. So I can't do that. I ain't gonna run from the question. I was wrong about Dante. I admit that. I was definitely wrong about Dante. But it ain't my fault. Blame Alec Burks. Blame Mo Harkless. Blame him.
Marcus, blame
Luke Morris, who stole RJ touches. Yes. Blame him too. You kidding me? All them. I had to watch Alec Burks steal Quickly minutes for 2 years, only for Quickly to be traded to another team. Y'all lucky OG and Anunoby are plus 85 right now. Highest in NBA history for a new team in their first 4 games. Y'all lucky. I can't complain.
Because I complain about anything. We are undefeated right now. What could you complain about?
The Sun.
About the Knicks. About the Knicks.
State's got a bone to pick with Toronto.
Nah, man. It happens, man. Big Pazaz, he's a good basketball player, man. Like I said, I'm so used to journeyman vets that look, Eru will tell you. Matter of fact, Eru, can you give the people on the panel the story when me and you had an argument about Evan Fournier, please?
I mean, we had so many arguments, it's unbelievable, man. About Evan Fournier?
I could relate.
The biggest argument we had.
Shout out Stan.
To the point where you say, you know what? Fuck, I'm ending the show, man. I can't do this.
I banged you off the show one time. I can't remember what was the reason. What was the reason for it? I forgot. I know I cursed you out like you was crazy, and I said, you know what? See you later, guys. Goodbye. And I just hit the outro, and that was the end of the show right there. Oh my god! But you do that to people, man. So, I mean, it's so much things that you say, man, and then you are the master because you know how to say something, and then you got the other thing, and then you cover all bases, so you confuse everybody, man. You're the master at that.
Gosh, that was you hit it right on the head.
Somebody clip exactly what he just put
Please.
And put it on Twitter so we all understand exactly what state and what we deal with on a daily basis. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Yes, they used to drive me crazy, man. But I mean, it's all fun, man. This is one thing. I'm surprised we all could be friends after dealing with half the stuff that we be saying to each other, man. So I mean, that's great to see anyway.
Yo, shout outs to Phil too, man. Phil, man, you always welcome on my platform, man. Always, I'm on YouTube now, so I'm here. So y'all need me on a show, I'm there. Recap anybody. Y'all know I will never deny a show. I got shows with everybody, including that motherfucker Jonathan Macri, who has been pissing me off the past couple of years with his company man poppycock nonsense. Yeah, this liquor's starting to hit a little bit now.
Speaking of the Macri thing, I'm assuming you mentioned the RJ Barrett comment. Have you watched RJ in Toronto?
I have.
How do you like him so far?
He's in a better role.
But is he better than he was on the Knicks? Is what I'm asking you.
He's the same.
The same.
If you want me to be real honest with you, he's the same. I'm not even going.
Just put in a better position to succeed at his role. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, agree.
It works best for both parties. Honestly, like if they had to trade RJ anywhere, the Raptors was the place.
He gets to go home.
Yeah.
He gets to go home. And this is a common thing for the Knicks. They sent Obi Toppin into a great situation with Indiana. IQ gets to be a starting point guard in Toronto. RJ gets to go home. They even put Cam Reddish in the start. He started a little bit for Portland. So you can't say that the Knicks have not set, their young players up for success.
Yeah, karma. And then now we're starting to harvest the karma. We're undefeated in 2024, man. We see where that takes us.
More. Bring me more.
So Big Pazza, man. Shouts to Big Pazza. The big German.
Yep.
This man, iHeart. I was supposed to have a space about this, but fucking since I got a nice little panel here, I could just talk about the conversation that I was gonna have on that spaces here. I was gonna have a spaces about including Mitchell Robinson in the trade. Y'all know I love, and let's be clear. I just spoke to Marcel Scott. I just spoke to this trainer on Instagram. He's a cool guy. Mad cool. Like, he dead responds to you. Like, he don't act Hollywood nothing. Eru will tell you. I've been battling for Mitchell Robinson to get paid. 4 years I've been on pause with this man. He will tell you. Eru will call his office trash. I will look at Eru. The hell what you talking about? Mitchell Robinson is my guy. Anybody will tell you. The reason why I'm considering it now, and I think it's plausible, and I think it's something that needs to be talked about, is because we have 2 roster spots right now that's not being used in Mitchell Robinson and Evan Fournier, right? You have a team that don't have that third playmaker, because I don't like Julius Randle with the bench. It looks clunky, it looks cloggy, and it looks like 2020 Randle. I don't want to watch that. He's been turning the ball over a lot when he gets to the bench unit. Another thing too, Quentin Ntilikina. Like you're untouchable for Donovan Mitchell. You come back the very next season, you let Big Pazza take your starting spot. I don't want people who don't got that dog in their heart, man. And I look at the contracts and the way it lines up. Mitchell Robinson, Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, $38 million, right? If a trade comes to the table, I'm considering it. So I shoot at the Eru, and then we just go around the table. Like, how you feel about what I just said, and do any name come to your mind instantly as I said those 3 names?
I mean, first, I don't want to ruin the podcast, but I don't like Mitchell Robinson. I'm like one of the few people out there that just do not like Mitchell Robinson. So I don't want to ruin the podcast with my takes on Mitchell. But, just like you said, the $38 million, with Fournier, with Grimes and Mitchell Robinson together, that's a whole, it might not be a superstar. I mean, but that's literally Zach LaVine right there. If you want to match up salaries and stuff like that. So I would rather put that money, somewhere like that. Like, the people that might not like Zach because of defense or whatever. Not saying that I want him, but I'm saying the salaries match. So I'd rather get Zach LaVine here, and then we just let iHeart do his thing. And hopefully, like, if you get LaVine, you'll try to get DeRozan pull, for the ride, and have DeRozan, get that 10 minutes, 15 minutes off the bench, whatever that you need from him. And then you just go from there. Now you just let whatever let it hit the fan, and then wherever it happens. You can go to, like, the playoffs with confidence that you have enough firepower, you have enough defense, you have everything, all things cut off. But, like, right now, if we don't do anything, we still have those question marks. Mitchell Robinson, is he going to come back healthy? Is he going to be ready for the playoffs? All these question marks. We've been having the same question marks for the longest. So this is my last thing. I'm not going to say nothing about Mitchell Robinson, but he's been hurt. When we made the playoffs the first year, he was hurt. Right, he didn't come back until, like, the second round of that series. Right after that, we missed the playoffs the next year, but then we made the playoffs again. He was hurt again that year too. So he was hurt both times. Nerlens Noel held us down the first time, and I think Jericho Sims and iHeart held us down the second time. So, I mean, the writing's on the wall saying that, we need to, like, do something, because this guy's he's just not ready. He's not available. Not ready, but he's just not available when we need him to be available. So, it's about opportunity, because we also got to pay Julius, and we got to pay Brunson eventually too. So what are we doing here with this little window we have? Because they're getting older, they're not getting any younger.
Just to correct you a little bit, I think you meant Zach LaVine or DeMar, because we won't be able to, like, trade for both. We won't be able to pay for both.
Well, I mean Drummond, yeah.
Drummond, yeah, okay, yeah, because guy in the chat going crazy right now, like, yo, man, you said we go get Zach LaVine in tomorrow.
Yeah, I see DeRozan, Drummond, same thing. but you know what I mean. For the center, Drummond.
Yo, shouts to you, Josh. I appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate you, man. Salute. Charlotte, what's up, man? How you feel about what I just said? Charlotte, oh my Lord, Jesus.
Sorry. I didn't realize my mic was mute. My bad.
It's okay.
If you follow Let's Talk Knicks on Twitter, you know I'm a huge fan of Donovan Mitchell. I want that guy really, really bad. To Eber's point that like the Knicks have a small window right now, especially before you have to pay Brunson and Randall. So I'm not a huge fan of the DeJounte Murray move. I know Deej, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I'm not a huge fan of it. He's watching the Hawks game tonight. I think it's a full smoke screen, and I think they're going after someone that's not being talked about right now. I want Donovan Mitchell. I know that's not happening at the deadline, but I'm not opposed to a DeMar DeRozan, but I don't think there's enough touches to go around for him to be on the team.
Yo, this Donovan Mitchell stuff with you, man.
Not giving up. Not giving up.
It's not even that. It's that I don't. You know what? I don't even have a rebuttal.
See, Deej is in the chat. Okay, Deej, like you want DeJounte. Is everyone willing to give up Mitchell Robinson, Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, plus maybe 2 first-round picks? But also, state to your point, the Knicks waived Taj Gibson today. So if you trade Evan Fournier and Taj Gibson, they have 2 open roster spots. Just saying.
But if you trade Evan Fournier, you said Evan Fournier and Mitchell Robinson. I think what you meant to say, but
I mean, like they waived Taj. So right now they have 1 open spot. But if they if they trade Evan, they have 2 open spots. So that's why we're thinking that they could get a Clint Capella with a DeJounte Murray.
That would be crazy.
I don't want no goddamn Clint Capella. Don't make stop.
All right. Relax it for a little bit. You don't gotta keep pouring for that. She don't make a bad point if it's Clint Capella and Murray, because here's the thing. That Taj move signals the fact that they making another move. Every single report has the Knicks linked to DeJounte Murray or somebody for a trade. Even ESPN's Tim Bontemps recently stated that the Knicks are gearing up for a deep playoff run, looking for a star or starting caliber player. If that's the case, and you're looking around the league right now at available players, and the Knicks, again, have been on the phones looking for guards. They were calling about big man, according to Jake Fisher, but then when they got Preston Achiuwa, they stopped, and now they're looking at guards now. If you're looking at guards, starting caliber guards, and then look around the league. DeJounte is the only name that fits that bill for star, somebody that fits with Jalen Brunson. And if you just waive Taj, which now means you can do a 3-for-2. So maybe, I'm not saying Mitch is in the deal, whatever. I'm just saying now it gives you the opportunity to go out and get another backup or somebody that could potentially start for you. And then you can get your point guard to pair with Jalen Brunson. You get that as a Knicks team, that's phenomenal right there. But here's the thing. I don't think that's necessarily the move that they might make, because they could also now go out and get somebody else after they make a trade for that one player. So they can go out and make a 2-for-1 right now. And I think that might be the move, because Evan Fournier and Evan Fournier and DeJounte Murray's contract, $18.8 million, $18.2 million. Nearly perfect. You don't have to do anything else. You just got to give them both together and you're good. The Hawks want picks. They're giving their 2025 pick to San Antonio for this Murray deal. The Knicks got that Bucks 2025 protected top 5 pick. You put that pick with Evan Fournier. Maybe you add some more picks as well. You add some more picks as well there too, right? The Knicks got a lot of protected picks. They own all their future picks as well too. This is the move. This is the move to make. You make this move, the Knicks are contenders. They're contenders.
They are. They're contenders for sure if they get DeJounte.
I strongly agree, man. I love the DeJounte Murray thing. I think
DeJounte, you got to say it right.
DeJounte.
Don't be like he's calling Anadobe. We got DeJounte, DeJounte. I've heard all the pronunciation.
Trust me, man. They won't kill you in the comments. You don't got the names right, bro. I messed up Achua's name the first time I said it. They killed me for 2 days. You got to say it right, bro.
Recap.
Okay? Say it right.
Recap, what'd you say it as?
Precious a Chewy or something. I said Chewy, some stuff like that. I don't know what I said, and this side killed me for it.
Jesus Christ.
And
Not my
Adobe.
fault.
I had to hear Deej for a first shout out Deej. Appreciate him. He does great stuff on Twitter. But and Adobe.
And a
Just call him OG. Just call him OG.
Yeah,
just
Don't
call
even
him
call
OG,
him an
man.
OG.
It's simple.
Just call him OG.
Oh shit, man. The Knicks waive Taj Gibson. That signals the Knicks will make a trade. Who do I think is the best fit for the Knicks right now? Dejounte Murray, obviously. I don't like the Clint Capella pickup.
DeJounte, bro.
DeJounte.
Right, bro.
DeJounte.
DeJounte.
There you go. You got it.
I love the DeJounte Murray pickup. Can I get AJ Griffin with that?
No.
Can I get a Sadiq Bey with that?
No.
That's where I'm at with that.
AJ would be interesting because he's on a down year, but obviously for obvious reasons with personal life, right? So clearly that's why he's on the down year. I think everybody kind of knows that, which is why he's not really on the trade block. He's seeing what he can do. He's so good. And I think he's going to return to that form. Everybody believes that too. I don't see it happening. If we were able to get him, though, that's essentially your player for the future. You use that piece for the future because that's the level of player he is. It's they wouldn't do that, though. What they're trying to do right now is build around the young talent that they have. Jalen Johnson, Trae Young. You obviously have to have AJ in there as well, too. The reason they're getting the picks anyways because they want to add more young pieces around Trae and Jalen Johnson. Those are the two they want to move forward with. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Hawks do. But they're definitely sellers. Their record makes it seem that way. They missed out on Siakam, so they have no reason to build that big three that they were supposed to build with Murray, Trae, and Siakam. So the only thing they can do now is sell and hope that they get a pick that makes it into a star.
I definitely agree. That OG and Anunoby pickup, kind of put the whole roster in a better place. It put everybody in better roles. It put everybody in their proper roles. And the OG and Anunoby pickup, it's been really elite. I have stats literally in my phone right now, and one of the stats that really is off the charts to me. First of all, the 85 plus minus, right? It's highest in NBA history for a new team. I think that's ridiculous. But the main thing that I think is really ridiculous is how he affects the team. So what was one of my famous questions when we first got OG and Anunoby? Just to be an asshole, everybody. Is he a needle mover? that was the question I got. Now, I guess we could transition to the Obi pickup and link him to Leon Rose. So the Knicks, since the OG and Anunoby pickup, once again, if you didn't go to my Substack, man, my recent Substack, I definitely wrote about OG and Anunoby and how he's affected the team. Shout out to my cousin Kwesi. He gave me a couple of tricks while I was in Ghana so I could help myself with writing articles and stuff like that. So that's why I've been so on it when writing articles. And I wrote one about OG and Anunoby. And the past couple of games, the Knicks are scoring 119.3 points per game. They have a true shooting percentage of 60.7. That is superb. They have a 3-point percentage of 39.6. That is superb. They have a defensive rating of 104.3. That is amazing. They have a net rating of 19.2. The Warriors in 2017 with KD didn't have a net rating With that said, they have a point differential of plus 74. They're perfect 4-0. Eru, I'll shoot it straight to you, man. Is OG and Anunoby a needle mover? And the second part to that question, who do you think would fit the starting five the best in a trade? Because you got OG. Now, OG fits an archetype. I seen a stat where it said his usage rate was about, I think, 13 or 14, and people was complaining about it. I think OG is a championship fourth option. So I have no problem with him passing up shots at all. But how you feel about OG and Anunoby on the Knicks so far?
But I don't like the options thing. You're always saying championship 4 option, 3 option 2. I never was into that like that. But needle mover, that's an interesting thing. But if you're into DJing, Like what would make the music play better is if you have a good needle. You need a fresh needle. So I think getting OG, we got a fresh needle. So now the mix is going to be clean now. So that's basically the whole thing with the Knicks. Everything is clean. Just watching OG, like it's like the little things, man. Like he comes down. He has a wide base in the paint, man. His legs are extremely wide, extremely strong. He gets the ball. He's aware. He's not he's just doing his job, man. So by him doing his job, it makes Julius comfortable to do his job, and it makes iHeart gives him the confidence to move around and do what he does. Because iHeart's been incredible too, man. But OG just puts it was like instantaneous, put everybody into their spots. So now the glaring hole now is we can see literally that we need a 2-guard. We need that 2-guard. So I just think that's what it does. Needle mover for the front office and for the organization. Yes, for that reason, just it put everybody in their spots. Now we know this is what we need. And everybody's saying it. Everybody in the panel saying it. Everybody in the chat saying it. We just need this one thing here. If we get Dejounte Murray, I hope I'm saying it right. If we get him, he just is going. It's going to be the same thing. He's going to be the person that allows Brunson to play off ball. He's going to be able to help with the defense. Transition is going to help out a lot. I think he fits. I think he fits seamless. So that's what it is with OG. I think it's the perfect move right there for the Knicks. And now the next move is the one that's going to take us over the top. And, I think we're all anxious for it, shaking. I think we're all shaking because it's like if we do get Dejounte Murray, now we like that hamster sitting on top of the cage looking out like, oh, stop, I finally got up here. Now that I'm up here, what the hell am I going to do now? You know what I'm saying? So that's how Knicks fans are going to be. Once we get that, if we get Dejounte Murray, it's on, man. I'm going to be broke the rest of the year because I'm going to be going to every Knicks game. I'm going to be
man.
My sneaker game is going to be crazy. Oh, man.
Yo, Dejounte Murray pickup. Real quick before I get to my guy recapping, I'm going to get to Miss Charlotte here. Keep Devin Booker away from the New York Knicks.
Why?
I am good on Devin Booker.
What?
He's overrated. He's one of the most overrated all-stars in NBA history. He was up 2-0, I believe, to the Milwaukee Bucks. He could not seal a deal. He got walked down by Chris Kobe Middleton. Then I watched Jalen Brunson, my franchise point guard, who I think is better than Devin Booker right now. I think Brunson's better than Booker. Didn't Brunson beat Booker in the playoff series? Or I can't use that narrative right now, recap. I can't say that right now. It doesn't fit the narrative, but it fits for Donovan Mitchell. When you're not
going to turn me against my favorite player.
Okay.
You're not going.
Well, he ain't better than Brunson.
All right. Well, I'm not going to debate that with you.
Okay.
At all. Not even a little bit. Needle mover for OG Anunoby. I think.
Yes.
I think it's he put it perfectly in terms of the way the DJ spins, and you need a new needle. What he gives you is a fresh page. If we had a lot of shit on our page, right? But mad thing we couldn't read it anymore. We writing over that shit. That's gone now. Now we got a fresh page. We can see, we can read, everything is clear. Like, oh, so that's how that's supposed to work. So that's that. So the play's supposed to work like this. So he's actually supposed to hit that play in the corner. Oh, and then I can run up court and actually defend again. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. Is he a mover? He moved the needle in regards to clearing the books. He helps you get a fresh page where now you can build on top of. However, here's the part. If you don't build on top of it, eventually it'll become what it was before. Because OG Anunoby is great, but he's great as you utilize him. And where he's in, what positions he's in, where he's put on the floor. Once you alter that, or you switch that, or it starts to get worse for him, like it started to get with Toronto in a way, and he's not as effective, there's going to be a problem there. So I think you have the opportunity now, the perfect chance now, to build on this move. If they don't build on it and they allow it to fester, it's going to look like something a couple of years ago. It's not going to get better. But I don't think that's going to happen. They already made the necessary moves available to clear space, make flexibility happen, make themselves available to those type of trades. They have the picks. They have the players. They have everything necessary to make a DeJounte Murray deal happen. That's the move. I know we're talking about potential moves. You talked about Malcolm Brogdon, Alec Burks. I know I heard a lot of different names from Ian Bagley. I don't want to see Alec Burks ever again. Shout out to Burks. Never want to see him on a Knicks uniform again. Tom Thibodeau ruined that man for me because I saw him at point guard for too many games. But I couldn't even watch Knicks games at times. You know how it feels to be a Knicks fan and not want to watch the games for your team because you see who's going to be starting at guard and you don't want to watch that shit? That's how I felt for a lot of the times. So I can't watch that again. I even know he would definitely help. Would never watch that again. Brogdon is injury prone, broken. Even though
I'm good on him
last year. I'm good on that too. Again, star guard. Look around the league. It's only one person right now. It's not Donovan. Donovan's not available. Donovan loves Cleveland apparently. Let him stay in Cleveland. DeJounte Murray fits better than Donovan. How about that? Easy.
That's easy. No, I agree.
Too, and he'll give you shooting as well. People think they didn't even shoot threes. He shoots threes, gives you mid-range, plays the passing lane. And I don't understand why people think he's lost his touch as a defender. When you play on a bad defensive team, you're never going to become or be seen as an elite defender. It's not going to happen. You got to play on good defensive teams to be highlighted as a good defender. It's not going to happen.
A great example of that is the Spurs. I don't remember Ginobili being a lockdown defender, but he was a great team defender. I don't remember Tony Parker being a lockdown defender. He's a great team defender. When you're a great team defender and you have a lockdown defender on your team, because it's usually only one of those on a team, you could definitely play some good fucking defense. The Knicks have been playing some great defense, man. Charlotte, how you feel about the comments?
Yeah, so I have a completely different take than you guys. Dante DiVincenzo has great chemistry with Jalen Brunson. He's shooting over 44% from downtown. He's giving you everything you want right now. He had one of the most quietest games. I think he had almost 40 the other game, and, no one was paying attention to it. But I am so fine with keeping Dante DiVincenzo as my starting shooting guard, adding a bench player like a Malcolm Brogdon. I'm very high on Jordan Clarkson. I don't know how dealing with Danny Ainge would go, but I am against DeJounte Murray because I was talking about this with Deej in our space today that DeJounte, it would probably be flipped in the summer for a bigger star. I'm very for Devin Booker. I think he's great, and I think the Suns are starting to implode. And I think that when we think about what this team is currently, why are you breaking something that's already working? Dante is giving you everything you want and more. He's getting in the passing lane. He's getting steals. I don't know how many he's stealing, but he's getting at least, I would say, one steal a game. He's scoring the three at an efficient rate. He's playing defense. He has that chemistry with our starting guard. He makes our starting guard feel comfortable. I think that the Knicks should go get a bench piece, whether it's anywhere around the league. And then in the summer, reevaluate those options, because if you do get DeJounte Murray in here, okay, he's not gonna be here long term if you're trying to flip it, trying to get a star in the off season. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan because of the fit, and also DeJounte's playing. I've been watching Hawks games the last couple games. I'm not watching tonight's game, but he's not a great defender. I don't care what anyone says to me. He's not a good defender in my opinion, and I don't know. I think also, just side note, like, why not go get a smaller guard, like get a guard for your bench? And also, Miles McBride has been playing out of his damn mind the last 2 games, right? Like, he's playing well. He's giving you everything he wants. He's shooting threes. He's getting above the rim, dunking right before the end of the first quarter last night. I'm fine with this team as currently constructed. I don't think if you've been stockpiling picks for years, why just trade them all for DeJounte Murray, who was a 28th pick in the first round and probably is going to go to the LA Lakers, in my opinion.
Recap, go ahead, because it looks like you.
I don't like that, man. I'm sorry. All right, first of all, I'm gonna have to drop. First of all, we talked about this earlier, and I think we all agreed collectively that if the Knicks had DeJounte, they would be contenders. Are you telling me they're contenders now without him?
No.
So that means when they had him, then you agreed earlier that the Knicks would be contenders if they got him.
But I'm not.
But that would make them better then.
Yes, but at the same time, you have to think about in the future, are there going to be better stars available?
Well, to your point, they could flip him. They could flip him for that better star later, right?
Yes, but I'm not in the business to sell Mitch right now.
Who says Mitch has to be part of the deal?
I think it would have to be Mitch, Evan, Grimes.
Fournier's contract and his contract fit perfectly, and they want picks more than anything else. They're giving their 2025 pick right now to the San Antonio Spurs. The Knicks have that Bucks 2025 pick. They can use that pick. Evan Fournier, they can put more picks in there if they want to. They want to add another player. They might want to add Grimes. They don't have to, but the contract themselves, if you're just looking for money, it's already there. They just need to add the picks that the Hawks want.
The value that DeJounte was traded for 3 unprotected first-round picks from the San Antonio.
You just told me his defense is ass. You told me he's not playing well. So that's telling me his value is down.
I don't think his value is completely down. He's still having a great point per game average, but I don't think he's the player. I don't think he's the player that the Knicks really need. And that can not to say that if they got him, they wouldn't be championship contenders. But I just don't see how Jalen and him fit perfectly. I just don't see it.
It's a size in the defense. But go ahead, Steve.
Hold on. No, I want to shoot the Eagle, and I gotta I had a nice rebuttal for Charlotte, but Eagle, you got something on this?
Yeah, just to to kind of like be like the devil's advocate kind of thing. DeJounte, he might have he might be a knucklehead. Just watching him in the summertime when he was tapping dudes on the head and that type of stuff, and listening to interviews and stuff. He has one foot in the hood, like he wants to be the hood superstar type of thing. So that might not be the right kind of person to bring in. Just talking, throwing it out there. Also too, the Knicks are always guilty of doing too much. The Carmelo Anthony trade always comes to mind. Like maybe we could have waited. There's a couple other things too that we've done. Like say signing Houston to that $100 million contract when we had Sprewell and we could have done something, and then it ended up, we ended up losing for 20 years because of that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we could be guilty of doing too much by making the DeJounte Murray trade. So there's always a pros and cons to everything. But I still like the risk. I like the risk of it all. Because I think adding somebody that could possibly be like a hothead or like just a different person to talk to in the locker room, I think that might be something to galvanize the team. But it could be bad too. And then also too, like just bringing the extra ball handler, he might not buy into the system. There's all these different variables that could happen. So I get it. We can bring him in here and it could crash everything down, or we can bring him in here and the opposite could happen. We can go all the way to the top. So I get it. I get both arguments.
I love the DeJounte Murray and Jalen fit. I looked at the usage rates since we got OG Anunoby. Grimes got a 19.8 usage rate, I believe it is. I think Dante has the 3rd highest usage rate on the Knicks since the trade. Charlotte, there's no planet I want Leon Rose to go in any playoff series with Dante as the starting shooting guard. He is not a starting shooting guard. He's a bench wing. He's a I'm not saying get rid of Big Pazza. He got to play 25 minutes a night. He got to get his minutes. But in a playoff series, I feel more comfortable poking out my chest with DeJounte Murray in the starting 5. What a DeMar DeRozan in the starting 5, right? I feel comfortable with dogs. I need Big Pazza is a dog. That Italian effer he's a dog. I love the kid, love the guy, but I'm talking like an experienced former all-star kind of dog, like high-level talent kind of dog. And I think you need that in a playoff series versus the Bucks, versus Philly. I know we beat the hell out of Philly the other night, but I feel like we need a high-caliber guy, Charlotte.
Who has more playoff experience, DeJounte Murray or Dante DeMar?
DeMar.
Who brought up DeMar?
She said Dante DiVincenzo, bro. You skipped the whole thing. She said Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, damn, my bad. You asked me a direct question. Who got more playoff experience? Dante.
So why wouldn't you trust him? He's been there before with the Bucks.
Who is the former all-star and the
Technically, if we're talking about that, didn't he miss that entire series or playoff run with the injury?
He also was with the Warriors too, so he got some run with them too.
I understand. I'm just saying to counter that point, anyways. If you're talking about that, he didn't really play when they turned up their game or turned up their level. Is what I'm trying to say. So,
yeah. I think if it's not broke, don't fix it.
but you would agree we need a bench, right? We need more of a bench.
1,000%.
Right?
I said
so if you add Murray, you push Dante to the bench. He gives you the scoring off the bench you need.
I just think he's playing way too well right now to bench him.
The thing about Dante, I think he could take it though. Like if you bench Dante, I don't think it would affect him at all. I think he still will be, do the same thing he's doing now. So that's one thing about him. He is a vet. Like he has experience and stuff. He's won in Villanova, so he has that experience. So he could take a demotion, but he wouldn't think of it as that. He's a good soldier. So I think that would all fit in.
No, I don't think he'll have a problem on the bench. He'll run with his guy Josh Hart, but at the same time, I think that he's giving you everything. I'm asking you guys, what are you looking more from Dante DiVincenzo that he's not giving you right now?
No, he's giving us everything we need. That's not I can't speak for these other two gentlemen, but that's not my argument. Shout out to Tony, man. Shout out to OG Tony. That's not my argument, though. My argument is just the overall level of talent. You need a more talented player at the shooting guard spot, Charlotte. And also, Charlotte, OG Anunoby is a championship fourth option. He's passing up shots. He's overpassing. I expect for him to do that. You know who'll make OG an even better basketball player? Dejounte Murray. Because now you got another playmaker. That 19 usage rate, whatever BS crap that Grimes got, and that what Dante got, how about we lower their usage rates, right? Bring in Dejounte Murray. And I think Dejounte will make the team. DeJounte, oh my Lord. Jesus. Will make the team even better.
Okay, he's called Anunoby for 2 weeks. It's all good.
Yeah, man. I just think the power. Just adding Murray there, we would just be powerful, man. We're like stacked at every position. Like teams are going to be in trouble when we're out there because we're always going to be like a tight fist no matter who the hell is out there, man. So I mean, it's making me shake. I would love
five,
to.
Iru, that starting five could go up against some of the best in the league. Like even Boston starting five, which is crazy good. I'm not saying it can go toe to toe, but it's way better if we had Murray than without him. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. But also too, the top, we probably have to do a 9-man rotation. Our 9-man rotation is better than Boston's if we get Dejounte.
Yep. No? Absolutely. Especially Murray is a playmaker. He's gonna get others involved. The ball is gonna move freely. I'm telling you. I know it's moving good already. It's gonna move better. When you get more playmakers, that's what happens. It moves better. Trey and Murray, the reason they don't work is because they both are pure guards. Jalen can switch to being a catch and shoot type of guy. He used to do that in Dallas, going off ball. Oh, Jalen off ball is scary. If Jalen Brunson is your off ball guard, watch the floor. That means the paint's open, the corner's open. He'll go inside, he'll take contact, he'll shoot floaters over you. Oh my goodness. I can't, it's scary. It's scary to me to think about Jalen Brunson with more space to work with.
Let's transition. Shouts to OG Tony, man. Tony, man. I definitely got the hoodie right here, man. I got the Tony, the big Jew hoodie. We got we getting everything on deck. But my franchise point guard in Jalen Iverson. Oh my God. One of the Brunson is like it's like when you had a drunk night at the club. You ain't eat nothing all night. You went to sleep, no food. You wake up, Brunson, that first breakfast meal after a drunk night. Pause. He's that first meal. Brunson make you. Every time I get up in the morning, I'll be like, "Damn, Brunson, my point guard. I feel good. That's my guy, Jalen Iverson. Breath of fresh air. I love Jalen Iverson, man. He could be like Jalen Moutier sometimes, Jalen Moutier, he rarely shows up, but he'll show up. But Jalen Iverson, I looked at Stephen Curry's MVP stats from 2015. If you look at Brunson's stats this year, they look a little better didn't Steph Curry stats from that yet? I know it's a different NBA. You know, the defense was played different. It was tougher. As of right now, I have Brunson as the top MVP candidate. I have him top 3 right now. MVP candidate, not just an all-star. I don't give a shit about him starting.
MVP in
Top
the league.
Yes, I've been saying it.
So you have him over SGA?
Yes, I
You're
do
crazy.
have him over. Yes,
All right, that's crazy.
He's better than Devin Booker.
And Luka?
Yes.
And Luka?
Yes.
All right.
Who team got more wins?
All right.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Let's be respectful here. Let's be who ass he just bust the other night? Tyrese Maxey? What happened to his team the other night? They got 30 piece. How dare you not give Jalen Brunson some type of MVP props? We gotta stop this. Like, if we're gonna talk ball.
All right, hold on. Before you say MVP, you and me have had conversations about this 1A freaking option, and I know you doesn't like talking about it, but I got to bring it up right now because he's talking some crazy. I got to bring it up right now.
Go ahead.
You argued with me back and forth that he was a 3 option. I convinced you he was a 2 option. By the way, folks who are watching, I convinced him he was a 2 option because I mentioned to him that his other 2. No, he mentioned he was a number 1 option. Donovan Mitchell got his ass bust by Jalen Brunson multiple times. And he's like, you know what? Donovan's probably not a 1 anymore. He's a 2. And Jalen Brunson's probably a 2 too. So that's how he changed his mind. And now he's saying Jalen Brunson's an MVP caliber player, which technically means then he would be a 1 on a championship level squad then. So that's what you're saying then?
Yo, he continues playing like this. How can I not say it? You get what I'm saying? It's like,
remember you saying this. You saying this.
No, but I'm
gonna catch you in the spaces. You think
look,
it's a
this
lie?
Is all lie.
I'm gonna catch you
this
in the spaces.
This is all lie. I can't run nowhere. I'm just saying it. Brunson keeps playing the way he's playing, and the Knicks keep winning like this. He should be MVP. He should be, respectfully. Jokic is tiring. We should be tired of giving him the award. Joel Embiid, I don't even want to give him another award. You got to get out the fucking second. He got to get out the second round. F Embiid. I don't even like Embiid. You enjoy Embiid's basketball game? Did you watch him against us the other night? Flailing his arms, looking dumb. The big German on him. You shooting middies? You want the Knicks to trade for that? Every time he went to the bench, you seen the lady. Yo, it was a lady, bro. She working on his knees, massaging his knees. Every time he went to the bench, no way I want him, bro.
Look at his average for the season.
We bust that ass the other night.
You can. It's cool. Look at his average for the season.
Jalen Brunson destroyed him.
We're not talking about that. I agree with all of that shit. I'm just saying, look at his stats for the season.
Hey, look what he did to the Knicks.
Don't make a man, bro. You know that.
He lost by 40. Man. He lost by 40. Brunson might be better than Embiid. He might. If I want to win a chip, I might take Brunson over him. I might. I like winners. Y'all don't like winners. Y'all like stats. I don't like stats, bro. I don't like stats. I like winners.
I get it.
Embiid is not a winner.
Remember, he was crying. He was like on the floor crying as a player.
Average 40. I don't want him. He's a bum.
Somebody got to stand with State, man. He's saying
No,
something.
that was
stand with him on that.
Come on,
stand on something else. Don't stand with him on that.
That was
let him stand alone. He needs an island for that. Don't give him a helping hand.
On OG Island.
Oh my gosh.
No. All jokes aside, though, how you feel about what I just said, man? I throw it to you first, Charlotte, and then let's go to recap, and then my guy Eero. I think Jalen Brunson, honestly, respectfully, should be an MVP candidate. I want to tell you a stat. I think I seen it the other night, but hold on, let me go to my bookmark tweets. Jalen Brunson is 5th in the NBA with most points since November 26. What else is with Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson right now is averaging 25 plus, shooting 44% from 3, which is unheard of. Jalen Brunson is probably the best point guard I've watched on the New York Knicks since Stephon Marbury 2004. Jalen Brunson also is leading the NBA, and I believe in 3-point percentage with 43.5. Jalen Brunson also in 2024 is third on our team in plus minus with a plus 81. Jalen Brunson since the OG trade is averaging 27 points, 9 assists, 47% from the field. So much for a ball hog, right? Jalen Brunson shooting a better 3-point percentage than Damian Lillard and Trae Young is shooting from the field. Also Jalen Brunson is the only point guard besides Stephen Curry in the NBA season so far. If he finished the season with these averages, 26 points per game, 100 plus threes on 43% or better shooting from three in a single season, Jalen Brunson, Stephen Curry right now. At some point, people like me is going to start calling for this man to win MVP. So I'm just doing it early. I feel like it's being respectful, and I feel like he deserves it. If they go on a 10-game win streak or something right now, I think he deserves it. But Charlotte, floor is yours. Mutes.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know if Jalen Brunson is in that MVP conversation just yet. I saw someone sent me a post that he's like 25th right now in like MVP, starting, rankings, but I don't know if he's better than Embiid. State that was kind of like a crazy take for Embiid. Jalen Brunson gives stability for the Knicks that they've never had. He's the most stable point guard that they've had in a long, long time. And, I'm in 2025, he's probably going to have that monster contract from the Knicks. I don't even know. Let's get to 2025 still, but I still think that he's going to be paid as he should. They have decisions to make on Julius Randle, of course, but I think Jalen Brunson can take that leap, but we're not just there yet. We are not until he can show he can do it in the playoffs. And, he is averaging over 25 points right now, but he's just not there yet.
Hey, what's up, man? If I'm going too far, I'm gone too far.
Yeah, you always go too far, man. But I mean, they shooting at you, man. I got to get up there and take some shots for you too, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it like this. I don't want no awards, man. IQ should have got the sixth man last year, and we're lucky that Julius got the most improved player. They threw us that, but I don't care about the league because they've been laughing at us for all these years. So I'm not looking for no awards for nothing, man. So just let Jalen Brunson do his thing. Let the Knicks keep winning and winning the way that we're winning. And then watch how everybody copies us once we win the championship this year. So I'll leave it like that. Because then, as soon as we win, everybody's going to try to get the Jalen Brunson. They're going to try to get a Julius Randle to copy us, So you have to think like that, Just worry about what we're doing. And if they give us the award and whatever, that's fine. But, we can't worry about them anymore.
Recap, what's up?
Oh, man, you always got to put me in a mess, man. I love Jalen Brunson. I don't like saying nothing bad about him, but he's not an MVP candidate. You got your mind, man. There's so many players better than him. Like, I can name this. There's like at least 10 players better than him. At least.
Better as of what?
Better in terms of what they do for their team, what they do for their production, all individual and team play, I'd say.
Name them.
Come on, man.
You said individual.
Joel Embiid, Joker's better than him. Joel Embiid's better than him. And I'm not going to continue to name players that are better than him, okay? Because I hate doing that. It's going to hurt my heart. But I'm going to name two more so we can stop it.
What being better than a player that don't mean anything when it comes to
MVP means most valuable player, yes?
To your team, yes.
Correct. Right.
But that's
also leads to winning as well, right?
Correct.
Where are the Knicks?
We in the almighty 4th seed, baby. You know where we at, baby.
Right.
We in the almighty.
Who are the teams above us? And who are they players?
I think we're gonna have a better record than Philly.
That's cool. I didn't ask that. I said, who are the teams above us and who are they players?
76ers.
Who are they players?
Jason Tatum.
Okay. Would you take Tatum over Jalen Brunson?
I'm taking Jalen Brunson over Tatum in the playoff series.
I'm gonna hold you all of this, by the way. Okay, cool. I didn't ask you that though. I'm asking you. I didn't ask you any of that. I said, are you taking Jason Tatum over Jalen Brunson? No, add a qualifier to it. So answer my question.
But as far as the qualifier is concerned,
now you add in one. You answering my qualifier when it's not even part of the question.
I take Tatum, but if I'm trying to win a
cool.
That's
it. You take Tatum. That's the answer. Cool. Okay. Jaylen Brown or Jalen Brunson?
Brunson.
You take Jalen Brunson over Jaylen Brown?
Brunson.
I didn't ask you that. I want to make sure you actually clarified the question. You would
Jalen Brunson over Jaylen Brown.
Cool. All right. Next team. You said Celtics. Not Celtics, Sixers. You would take Embiid over Brunson, yes or no?
I'm taking Brunson over Embiid. I'm disrespectful. I don't like Embiid. Yes, I like winners. I like people who get to the Western Conference Finals.
Giannis or Brunson?
I'll take Giannis. I ain't going to put you down the rabbit hole.
Dame or Brunson?
Jalen Brunson, respectfully.
I was going to actually trick him because I was going to take Brunson too. If you look at the seasons, actually,
Brunson has a better
season than Dame, just by a little bit. But anyways, going back to it. Now let's go to the West. Joker or Brunson?
Come on now.
Joker or Brunson?
Joker.
Jamal or Brunson?
Brunson.
Over Jamal Murray?
Yeah, I'm taking Brunson over Jamal Murray now. Over the summer, I would have took Jamal.
De'Aaron Fox or Murray? Yeah. De'Aaron Fox or Brunson?
Jalen Brunson.
Out your fucking mind. Out your fucking mind.
One in the playoffs.
One of the best fucking clutch players in the entire fucking league. You out of your fucking mind. Out of your fucking mind. Sabonis or Brunson? Sabonis or Brunson?
Who won in the playoffs?
Sabonis or Brunson? Sabonis or Brunson?
Jalen.
Fucking bonus or Brunson?
Jalen Brunson.
You whatever's in your drink, send me that when you send me the clothes.
What you mean? Yo, shout out to Jim Joe. That's the J. He left it.
You drinking too much of that shit. Sabonis is a walking near triple double. You out of your mind.
Give me Jalen.
All right, we're not having this conversation.
What you mean? I'm talking about winning. You like winning? You like going to Western Conference Finals? You like going
out your mind.
Who's the winner? Who's the better winner? I like winning.
That's cool. You can like winning. You
okay, so
don't understand.
Brunson is better than those dudes, bro. He's better than De'Aaron.
All right. Anyways, he's not MVP. Could he climb up there? If the Knicks have a magical run right now behind Jalen Brunson, they don't lose. They go on a 10-game win streak. By the schedule, it's favorable. They definitely can. I'll be up here and say it. I looked at their schedule. They can beat a lot of teams on that list. And if they continue going down this route by just not playing with their food, killing these teams, absolutely. Why can't they go on a 10-game win streak? Maybe longer. Who knows? Who knows how long these good times keep rolling? If that happens, then maybe he can leap into MVP voting. I don't know. He'll win it. He might leap into it though. But that's the best case scenario for him. And it's not to say anything else. Just that's unheard of. What you're talking about is unheard of for somebody who's never even been in the running of it to vault and win it. It's almost never ever happened in the history of the league. So to think it's going to happen this year with Jalen Brunson, a point guard, nonetheless, is going to be difficult. I think so. We'll see. But I'm hopeful that the Knicks do a lot after they make the DeJounte Murray trade, which they're going to make on January 9th when he becomes available. So get used to that announcement. By the way, if you guys didn't know, DeJounte Murray scrubbed all his social media of all Hawks-related stuff. So he's absolutely being traded. Don't know where. Hint, probably the Knicks, but don't know where.
I think Brunson could be Finals MVP. What do you think about that?
Yes. I agree with that.
Way better argument for that than what this man is trying to spew.
No, what you mean? We about to win 10 straight. During this win streak, Deontay
Hold on. I thought the regular season don't matter.
But, come on.
In the playoffs, that matter?
Who
cares about Julius Randle, what he's doing right now? Right? Who cares about what he's doing right now? I don't care about he's dropping double-doubles. Who cares?
But the Randle narrative
I care about the playoff Randle, right, State?
Yeah. But the Randle narrative ain't the same as the Brunson narrative because Brunson certified in the regular season and the playoffs.
But don't you need another certified person in the playoffs to help you win?
You definitely do.
So shouldn't that be Randle?
Yeah, it should be Randle and Deontay Murray. But I think acquiring Deontay Murray, This is the reason why I'm calling him an MVP candidate. Not as of right now. I think during this win streak, we're gonna have a nice win streak. I think we're gonna get Dejounte Murray during this win streak. In getting Dejounte Murray, now Brunson could play off ball even more. Have y'all noticed these past couple of games? Dante DiVincenzo been bringing up the ball a lot, and Brunson has been playing a lot more off ball. So it was another game where I think he had like 1 assist or 0, and it was like 3 quarters in, but it didn't really bother me, right? So I think game Dejounte, man, I think in OG Anunoby, I think Brunson will be an MVP candidate, man. That's just me personally.
You know, let me throw something out here. Last year, you know, Jalen Brunson got an MVP vote. He was tied for 12 with John Moran with an MVP vote.
He need more.
Who voted for him? Did we ever figure out who got that lone vote? Charlotte, you know who? You remember? I gotta look that up, man. Somebody gotta give me. Somebody in the chat look that up. Who gave Brunson that vote? I want to know.
Yeah, I'm looking up now too.
So now
watch it be like Kendrick Perkins.
Shout outs to Jalen Brunson, by the way, man. Jalen Iverson, franchise point guard.
Wait,
I don't know. Go ahead, Charlotte.
I wanted to recap stat about Dante versus DeJounte in the playoffs. In 26 games, Dante DiVincenzo in the playoffs had 18 points per game, 6 points per game, 38% from the floor, and 66% from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And DeJounte only had in 12 games, in 22 minutes, only had 10 points on 43% shooting with 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
We're talking about playoff numbers?
Mm-hmm.
But the playoff numbers you're giving me, those were when Dante was playing with who?
The Bucks.
He was playing playoff against the Bucks, though. He missed the half of the. When he got the injury, though, he missed the final stretch of those games. No,
he missed, but he's played the start.
Okay, so he did play the start. Okay. I knew he missed though. I know he didn't play the whole thing. All right, but he missed the end of it. All right, that's good to know. By the way, I don't hate Dante. I just think Dante's better for the bench. He's better for the bench. He's going to give us the scoring we need for the bench. Murray gives you the playmaking plus the scoring. Not saying that, Dante can't do that. Murray's just more capable of that. We've seen it. That's the reason why we've seen it. And I get what the stats say. I understand that. But sometimes we got to look at the stats one way and use the eye test as another. Somebody told me yesterday in the space that DeMar DeRozan had better defense than DeJounte Murray did.
What the fuck?
And I'm trying to think to myself, because they're doing it based off of stats. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, cool, but shouldn't the eye test matter a little bit too?
Twitter Spaces has allowed the casual to have a voice. And I'm fine with that. But this is why I'm mute king on Twitter Spaces. I'm mute. I will mute. If I don't want to hear what you got to say, you talking some absolute pure garbage, in my opinion, I'm going to mute you. That is garbage that somebody even brought that to you. Which brings me to my next question, a guy that came to my mind. Deuce McBride, another long-tenured Knicks player, a guy who sparked destruction of Philly, I believe, in my opinion. A guy who's been playing valuable minutes these past couple of games. I've seen a stat where games where Deuce McBride plays 10 plus minutes or 15 plus minutes, the Knicks are 21-5. You know, Deuce McBride also got paid this year, so shout outs to that young black brother. I throw this out. I throw this at you, Eru first, and then we get the recap and then Charlotte. Eru, man, what's your take on Deuce McBride, man? He's been with us for the past couple of years. He looks way better now. He looks more polished. I remember when you used to talk about this guy, Deuce McBride. We used to say he's not an NBA player. But how you feel about him now? Just watching him this season and watch how everything has transpired. And do you think the Knicks should prioritize a backup guard, like Charlotte said? Because she spoke about Malcolm Brogdon, and I look at Deuce McBride and I'm like, the hell with Malcolm Brogdon. I'll rock with Deuce. Let Deuce get loose. So how you feel about it, Eva?
Well, I mean, Deuce is gonna replace Grimes, basically. He's like they're all the same kind of guy. 3 and D. One guy might do something better than the next, but I mean, just as far as like assignment, he can handle that assignment pretty good. So, he gets in trouble when Deuce starts trying to create offense. Trying to run offense and stuff. Like he doesn't pass the ball. He's just standing there, just like dribbling the air out the ball. He gets caught like that, man. But I mean, utilizing him correctly, and for being that 3 and D guy, he's definitely valuable, man. He plays really good defense, and he had what, like 3 threes, 4 threes last second to last game. So I mean, he's capable to shoot that jump shot. So that's my thoughts on him. Nothing really too crazy. He's not gonna he can't be a starter for us. He can't be a spot starter, that type of thing. But he just serviceable for what he brings to the table. His role. In the NBA, if he was in the G League, he was getting like 32 points, 15 rebounds, that type of stuff. But it's two different ball games there.
Yo, shout out to my coworker Jermaine, OG crazy. He had me watching the Westchester Knicks. I think it was about like a couple weeks ago when Deuce was in the G League. Yo, Ebro, when I tell you Deuce came down the court looking like Kyrie Irving, like literally beep bop boom. I'm like, wait, what? You know how to dribble like that? Like you don't do that in Knicks games. How you doing that? But then you see him doing that in Knicks games now. Like he worked on his game. So I'm proud. I'm super proud of Deuce McBride, man. Super proud. Recap, man. What's up with our guy Deuce on the loose, man? How you been feeling about him these past couple of games? And do you think the backup point guard spot is a priority, or we should just let Deuce on the loose and say?
I like Deuce.
Let him go.
I like Deuce, man. Deuce looks good. I like his defense. I think he fits Tom Thibodeau's system very well. I think a lot of people gave up on him really fast because he had a struggle initially. I mean, it's hard to come off playing no games to start playing games with people. So you got to give people time to kind of gel and get better. I think he's shown that he's capable of that. He's going to get better with that. So I like Deuce. I just think that it's okay to want more. Like we can like what we have and just want more because we know it's better. And that's all I'm, advocating for here. I get Deuce. I like Deuce. And I think the Knicks like Deuce. They gave him a $13 million contract, I believe, right? So it's, next couple of years. They obviously believe in the kid. They want to see him off the bench. That's a perfect contract for a bench player. $125 million is not a perfect contract for a bench player. So, the difference there is huge. So I love having that with Deuce. I love the defense that he brings. No doubt about it. I want to keep Deuce. But there are upgrades that need to be made because Deuce and Grimes, as much as you love the kids, we got to be real. They're inconsistent. They're not as consistent as you need them to be for bench players. We need more consistent scoring off the bench. We lost that with IQ. We haven't really replaced it. Dante DiVincenzo allows you to replace it if you can push him to the bench. Nobody's allowing him to be pushed to the bench, though, because he's just phenomenal right now. It doesn't make sense to put him on the bench. The only way to do that is to bring in a star. Because when you get a star, it's like, okay, well, you got a star. I can move to the bench. I understand, and make sense at that point. You can't do that with anybody. You can't move him in there for Grimes anymore. You can't do that. Grimes is finding his footing with the bench now. He looks good, so you can't move him out of the system that looks good now. So the only maneuver now for the Knicks to make a move is to Charlotte's point, either to add one of those bench players, those smaller bench players, to make that superstar add at the offseason, which a lot of people are saying the Knicks are swinging to do, right? They can do that. Or they can go ahead and maybe make the trade that we all think they're going to do, which is make that star move now for DeJounte Murray, who is a former All-Star, All-NBA defender, right? And I get it. People sometimes don't look good in the sceneries that they're in. Change of scenery is crazy, man. Andrew Wiggins didn't look like a player that nobody wanted. He went to Golden State, won a championship. I'm not saying the same thing can happen here, but let's not put away what change of scenery means for a player who's in a losing situation. Because if a player goes to a winning situation, it's very, very remarkable how fast they can change and how much their game adapts. We got to remember that. We've seen it time and time again with trades too. So,
yeah, shout out to Dante. He got his opportunity playing on a good team, and look what he's doing. He sees an opportunity,
Right.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Pajah, man. That's my guy. Charlotte, what's up, man? How you feel about Deuce, man, being on the loose? And his contributions to the win so far.
I think with Deuce, the whole thing with him is he needs to find his confidence on a consistent basis. If he can do that, he can be a solid role player for the New York Knicks. I agree with Recap. You always have to look to upgrade your team. If you're not, then you're just doing a disservice. I think Deuce can be good. I just think that he has a very short leash, and when he starts to take that downfall, the Knicks are going to bench him. Look what they did to Jericho Sims. They brought in Precious Achua, and they've had Jericho Sims for 3 years, and they just sent him right to the bench to play garbage minutes. It's kind of sad. I would have liked to see Jericho play a little bit more, but yeah, I like Deuce. I think it's all about confidence, but we'll see what happens if he can keep it on a consistent basis. I like him. He's playing the last 2 games have been phenomenal for him.
Yo, yeah, he's been great. I love Deuce McBride. Yo. I love Deuce McBride because I like players who play within themselves. Shout outs to Jordan Poole. I don't know why. I just wanted to shout out Jordan Poole. I don't know why. Well, I like players who play within themselves. I like players who don't do too much. You know, I like players who play a role and they try to be a star in their role. This is why I love Dante DiVincenzo, right? I hated Alec Burks because this motherfucker used to look like, why are you dribbling the air out the ball? Why? But then it's not really his fault because the 66-year-old head coach got the brain of a house turtle. So it's kind of tough. And I find it crazy Tibbs' coaching light bulb finally turned on when he got OG Anunoby. So shout out to OG Rick, who actually made the intro instrumental for me, man. That's such a beautiful instrumental that he made for me. But Rick asked me this the other day. And I was like, yo, I think he kind of right. And Rick asked me, he said, is it the system or is it the players? Because nobody's been complaining about Tibbs' defensive system since we got OG Anunoby, right? And I was thinking to myself, like, nah, Rick might be right. Like, he might be right. I might have to give it to him. With that said, the next guy on the list, Josh Hart. You know, he's been playing great defense. He's been playing good. I've been getting at him because he makes $82 million, and you should not score under 10 points when you make $82 million. I don't care. But at the same time, I forgot which game it was. Was it the Philly game? We had 10 and 10 in like 6 assists or something like that. But it was a game he played recently where I'm like, who the fuck you think he Andre Iguodala? Like, who the hell do you think he is? That's the type of production I need from Josh Hart. So I'll throw this to you first, Charlotte, and then we go to Ebro and my guy Recap. Charlotte, man, Josh Hart, Leon Rose brought him here, $82 million.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, as soon as he came here, we went on a winning streak immediately. He shot a career high from 3 last year. This season, you know, he's still giving us the regular stats, the 8 rebounds, 8 points, or whatever. But how do you feel about his impact this season? And what would you like to see Josh Hart do a little different? Because my only beef with him is he passed up open shots. Like, that'd be really annoying. Like, stop. Like, I don't know. But what you feel about it?
Yeah, I think that Josh Hart has been a little too passive, I think, in this year. Watching him the first 35 games, I was not impressed. Before he had that plus 46, plus or minus, which is the best in Knicks history, I just was not – he wasn't the player that he was last year. He's passing up open shots. He's pushing the ball. He's great in transition, but sometimes he rushes his layups. I think Josh, he's kind of turned over a new rock. These last 2 games, he's been really, really solid. I think he has to step up right now with the bench deflated without IQ for that scoring punch. He has to step up. Him, Grimes, and Miles McBride. I think that, I would love to see I would love to see Josh Hart take those threes. If you're open on the wing, shoot them, right? Like, I don't care if they miss, at least you're having the confidence to take the shot. It's the same thing with Miles McBride. But I think Josh, he was doing a little too much, in my opinion, in the beginning of the season, forcing things, trying to overpass like OG is now, but OG's just trying to get situated with the team and build up chemistry. But I would like to see Josh take more risks and go for the shot. He's been rebounding. I saw when he was that plus 46 game, he was running point guard off the bench. Thibodeau was like, you take up the ball, and I really love that role. If Josh can take up the ball and then maybe, Julius is playing with him, it could be dangerous. But I would love to see Josh just take that next step that he did in last season and get back to what he was successful with the Knicks when he first got traded here. And I just need him to step up and do those extra things that he did last year that he's fully capable of doing, but he definitely took a step back this last season.
Thank you. Great take, Charlotte. Ew, what's up, my G? How you feel about Josh Hart this season? What would you like to see him do a little differently? And do you think, am I too hard on people like Josh Hart making $80 million? Am I looking at his offensive production and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding that I should not look at his offensive production. I should look at the production that he brings across the board.
It comes down to the same thing like the OG trade. Once he got traded, everybody went into their spots. So, to start the season, Josh Hart was our backup power forward, for Christ's sake, So I don't know what the Knicks were thinking at the time, because once you do that, now you throw everything off, then, Josh Hart is expecting to do stuff that he can do, but he does it better when he's playing in that 2-guard spot or 3-guard, or, the 3 spot, when you have a real power forward next to him, in the real center, he can get those, rebounds that break teams, that type of thing. He'll do that when the rest of the roster is doing what they're supposed to do. But I think in the beginning of the season, they had him doing stuff that's not really his game. 6'5", having to guard, big guys and stuff like that. So he was getting abused, and you can see it in his body language too. He was pissed off most games. He was getting cooked. So now just bringing OG in here, and then also add in Precious, Achiuwa. Did I say it correct? Yeah. So I mean, added those guys to the Achiuwa.
Yeah, I said Achiuwa. Yeah, don't be like me. Achiuwa.
Achiuwa. Okay.
There you go. They don't kill you, bro. Don't do it.
All right. Can I call him Chewy? We call him Chewy. Precious Chewy.
I mean, you could try.
Yeah, but he's from the BX and stuff like that. But anyway, we brought him in here. The guys are doing what they're naturally supposed to do. So now Josh can really come into his own. So I was looking at his stats the last 4 games. He's averaging 8 rebounds. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 points per game. So that's right on brand right there. What he normally does for us. So I think those numbers will improve because now he doesn't have to worry about doing extra stuff. He could just concentrate on what he's supposed to do. I just think that's cool. So I'm okay with Josh Hart. I like his energy. Fast break. Charlotte mentioned he goes a little bit too hard sometimes. He doesn't concentrate, blows layups or whatever. But when he got it going, he's a vital piece to what we're trying to do. So I'm good with Josh Hart.
Yeah, man. Shout outs to Josh Hart. My guy recap Tony the OG. Tony the G just pulled up. This is funny. Yeah, man. My guy recap, man. What's your thoughts on my guy Josh Hart, man? Mr. $80 million, who me, Papa left. Ari, Jay from Florida, who we always destroy on the timeline. How you feel about Josh Hart so far this season, and what do you think he can change in order to help the team?
Well, first of all, I think shout out to Big Tone on the I can't even look at Tony because every time I look at him, he's laughing. Every time he gonna laugh, I'm gonna laugh. Can't do it. So anyways, but going back to the Josh Hart thing though, with Josh Hart. Right now, he's playing actually really good basketball the last few games. I don't know if you've not been watching, but he's actually been coming through. He's been doing everything we need to do on the rebounding. He's been scoring in transition, and he's been doing things that he'd been doing last year. The defense has been there as well, too. Tom Thibodeau obviously loves playing him, and he's getting a decent amount of minutes. I think he's playing the most minutes off the bench for any player. So that's another thing, and a feather in his hat as well, too. He has the trust right now of Tom Thibodeau and really of the team. So I think what he needs to do is really do more of those type of things. Last year, Josh Hart, he was a hustle guy. He did the scoring and all those other things, right? But we knew him as the hustle type of guy. He would be everywhere on the floor, jumping in between passes, everything. I'm not saying he's not doing that now. He's just not doing it to the extent that we saw it last year. And I think he's going to ramp up to that as we continue into the season. I just need more of that Hart now. Because if we get that Hart now, because you see what he's doing right now for us as a team. When Josh Hart's on, if he's averaging close to a triple-double, I don't think the Knicks can lose. How can Josh Hart average a triple-double and we lose? It's hard because he's not going to be the primary ball handler. So if he's averaging that many assists, that many points, that many rebounds, that means the Knicks are likely blowing that other team out because they're moving the ball, they're passing the ball, something's happening like that. Josh Hart actually contributes to that. Oftentimes, though, and we've always seen it, the one thing about Josh Hart is he's very predictable when he has the ball in his hands and he's pressured. Because when he's pressured, he's going to move all the way to the corner. He's going to push himself to the corner. He's going to try to do that hesitation move, and then he's going to go right into the paint and get blocked. That's the whole thing about Josh Hart that I don't like. He has to improve that. If he can get better in terms of being able to put up fakes, actually taking the three, and not having to fake a hezzy when everybody knows he's going to go into the paint, if he can be able to do those things a little differently, he'll help this team on a different level. He also has to work on his three-point shooting. He is open way too often to not shoot that three ball well. He needs to get in the gym and shoot threes nonstop. He has to get that average to at least above league average, if not a little bit higher. He gets to 40% state at 3-point from anywhere, in the corner, anywhere, the Knicks will probably start blowing out teams because he's open like that.
Yeah, yo, they leave him wide open too. Like it'd be egregious how open Josh Hart be. That's why I want him to be aggressive. But at the same time, y'all not a little tired of selfish basketball players? Like y'all don't have fun like watching players pass the ball.
You think Josh Hart is a selfish player?
No, I think he passes the ball. Like I like it. I like when OG Anunoby don't want to go straight up and do some dumb shit, and he just dumps the ball off to iHeart for an easy push shot. I like it. I like when Dante DiVincenzo doesn't try to do too much. That's my kind of basketball. With that said, I got one of the guys in here, Tony. You gotta Tony, before you speak, you gotta give me the Randall intro. 1 and 2. Big shout outs to you, man. Tony definitely got the podcast merch on. He definitely got on one of the
You went nice to go change.
Yeah, he just changed that. I was
My man with the costume out. Let me straighten that out. You know what I mean? Today was a big Giants victory. I had my Giants uniform on. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Giants for finally taking one from the Eagles. We ain't gonna harp on that though. It's a Knicks show, so of course when in Rome. You know what I mean? I got the SNYK hat on. Appreciate you, State, for that. The merch. Big shout out to all of you for being up here live. I love seeing this. State, big shout out to you. I'm pretty sure this is your first one, so big up to that.
Yep. First one, yo. First ever live stream show out of all of the 300 audios I've done already. So I appreciate you guys, man. Once again, man, this is great. This is a monumental moment for me.
First Amendment.
Yes. So
let's go.
You got here a little late, but we talking about Josh Hart. We talking about impact with Josh Hart. Since you got here a little late, I want you to talk about Josh Hart, and then can you talk about OG Anunoby's effect on the team? And yeah. So start from where you want to be at.
We know where we are with the OG effect. He does a few things that Hart was brought in for with the hustle and the great defense, but just on a whole different level. I feel like he elevates Hart as well. Hart still gives us that hustle. With the changes of the lineup, I see that second unit, they pushing the ball a lot more. The Knicks pace is moving up now, which is a good thing. Get more possessions. Few of them guys can run. Hart's one of them guys, man. Hart doesn't have a great handle or whatnot, but he can definitely, you see him bring the ball up. He's great, great in transition when they get up on their horses and they go. He always finishing at the rack. Like you guys stated, we wish he was a great three-point shooter. I mean, that's the reason that we got him for 13 this year and 18 and then 19 and I think 20 after that. If the guy was hitting 40%, you'd be talking about $35 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta remember that. I'd like to keep seeing what Deuce is bringing, but anyway, in that unit, everybody pretty much plays the same way. I feel like a lot of things are going, looking as good as they are, because it's kind of like everybody's trying to spread the floor. Knicks is starting to shoot threes. They got some good shooters. The teams ain't really paying the most attention to these guys. They're not the biggest names. They more hustle players, which I feel like helps them. And Julius and Jalen are able to work where they like to work, get in that office, down low in that paint on that block, and make their moves. That's pretty much what I like seeing. That's what we've been seeing. OG effect, I mean, we've been holding people. I think we still got opponents in the 4 games under 100 points. If I'm wrong, then it's just at 100. So that's major, especially in today's NBA. Shit, I don't even know where the average is. Maybe somewhere between 110 and 120. So it's ridiculous. There's no such thing as defense these days. So it's great to see. I'm one of the guys who would like to add something here. The Murray rumors, man, I pray to God. I pray to God that we land that kid. And then at worst come to worst, make that Malcolm Brogdon move. One of them shits got to go. You got to add something to this team. You have to. I'm not sure where Brogdon lands us. I don't want to jump out the gym. I will say Murray, I'm already, all over the timeline saying we're a contender. It's not going to surprise me if we go Eastern Conference. It won't surprise me if we ended up further than that. I'm not saying we're the favorite to do so, but I'm telling you, this team can beat anybody, definitely anybody in the East if you add Murray here. That's how I feel. I'd rather it sooner than later. I'm not really the biggest fan of getting a guy and having 20, 25 games, 22 games with him, and then going into the playoffs. But, the team is, you see how we play. You know what I mean? It's a lot of the continuity. They gel very well together. Hopefully a guy like Murray, it wouldn't bust things up, or Brogdon. Either way, I'd rather Murray, but if we have to, I'll take the consolation prize in Brogdon, especially that I'm hearing that it's pretty much Fournier and not too much else on top of it. So I see guys writing, I don't know, whatever you call it in that chat thing there. and I mean, they right. We could use a backup center, backup point guard, but the biggest thing here is we need another scorer. You gotta give them another option. So we pretty much promised to unlock playoff Randall, which is something we haven't got to see yet, and we all need to see it and want to see it. And with that, I'm a digress.
What's Randall nickname again? What's his nicknames again?
Oh, that's what you asked. I forgot that. My bad, bro. Judy Annihilator, Judah Bully, Judah Beast, Judah Damager. Yeah. Jew that made you wrong. Macho Man Julius Randle. Savage. That's it, man. Start paying this guy his homage, man. Start paying him his respect. When we get to the playoffs, we'll get there. We'll deal with it then. But this guy has done so much for us over these past few years. And I mean, what he gets from a lot of the fan base is just, it's not right, bro. It's not. So we need to start praising him and give him love, because this is the best Knicks team we've seen in 23 years. Bottom line.
Yo, I want to ask you a question, specifically about younger Knicks fans. They've never seen winning like this before. I've been a 23-year Knicks fan. This is probably the best overall talented roster that I've ever seen in my life. And I've been a Knicks fan since 2000. What would be your message to the younger Knicks fans who's living in this moment right now? And I shoot this to my guy recap first, and then we go to Erun and then you, Tony. What would you be your message to like younger Knicks fans now who's watching this team and ain't used to the PTSD that people like me have? Larry Brown, Antonio McDyess, with Tony Delp. I forgot, man. We done had so many goddamn bums Jamal Crawford, Jack Randolph. Like, what would you say to them, those guys?
Enjoy the moment. Enjoy it. I've been a Knicks fan for God knows how many years now. I've suffered through so many different decades and eras and GMs and presidents and failures of trades and feeling like the world is collapsing on us and thinking that you just got the star you needed in Carmelo Anthony and just never seeing it come to fruition. It's a bad feeling. Right now, based on every team that I've seen, this is the best Knicks team that I've seen with the amount of assets that we've had. I've never seen a Knicks team that's been this good that can actually get better because of the assets available. And they don't even need to do anything. Let's say the Knicks don't do anything right now, right? Let's say the Knicks don't do anything right now, right? What happens? They're still a playoff team. They might make a deep playoff run with the roster they have right now. You add another piece to the roster that they have, the Knicks could go even further than that. We've not been able to have conversations like this since like maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. You go back even 5 years ago, there was no talk of this. There was talk about what pick are we going to get, or are we skipping this draft, or maybe this 20th pick is gonna pan out. You don't want to know what it feels like to be a lottery team, hoping that a lottery pick pans out. You don't want to be a guy waiting for somebody for 3, 4 years, 5 years, waiting for that guy to pan out, praying to the Lord he pans out, wishing for everything that he pans out, and watching him never get to where you want him to get to. And they got to start over again and then do it again and again and pray that you strike magic. Right now, you got a point guard. We've never had one like Jalen Brunson like this. You got one of the best power forwards in the game right now in Julius Randle. When Mitch comes back, one of the best defensive centers in the game. Never, ever had something like this on a Knicks team. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Don't listen to nobody else about what the Knicks used to be, who the Knicks used to be, all that other stuff. They're not that old Knicks team. Nobody even knows who this Knicks team is. Nobody, because we have no idea how far they're going to go. They got an identity of being physical, but how far that physicality leads them is really going to be up to the talent that they have. And that's what we have to wait on. But you guys, every young Knicks fan right now should be extremely excited, happy, and hype. This is the first time we've been in a position to make a move that could potentially make us contenders.
Yo, first of all, shout out to the ladies, man. Shout out to Niche, man. Niche, I ain't forget about you neither. Niche, recap on my ass. Charlotte on my ass. I ain't forget about you, Niche. Trust me. I've been working. Don't worry about it. I've been working. Don't get it confused. Like I've been working. See, but I gotta get these people to merge. Niche, I'm definitely gonna bless you with something, man. One of the first females who actually spent money with me, like love what I do, supported me, like that shit. I take that shit and it goes a long way. Like I ain't gonna lie, like you'll be surprised how much a random, yo, I love what you do, yo, keep going, bro. I support you, bro. This, that, and third. I'm pretty sure you get a recap. I'm pretty sure Ewu gets that. Pretty sure Tony gets that shit too. But you know, that shit gives me a lot of energy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Ewu, what do you have to say to these younger Knicks fans who probably thought like me a couple years ago, my crazy nonsense, and who's never experienced winning? What would you say to them now?
I got a lot to say, man, because I remember, there's a reason why I'm not on Twitter Spaces. It's not because I don't have time. Sometimes I have time, because you could just put it in your ear and talk like that. It's because I was getting arguments with guys over RJ Barrett. Is RJ Barrett on the team right now? So that's what I'm trying to say. There's like so many different players who come and go. That's the point I was trying to make before that, the incident that I had, back in early on in Twitter Spaces. Like these players come and go. So my thing is that you have to really enjoy the moment, enjoy the era. So I mean, I'm old enough to remember when like my favorite player as a kid, when I'm thinking about it now, was Darryl Walker. Did anybody know who the hell Darryl Walker is? Darryl Walker is a guy that we had back in the days. I cried real tears when I was 10 years old when Rod Strickland got traded. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's a lot of time that passed, man. That I remember. So Patrick Ewing was in the playoffs for 13 straight years. and this and the other. Do you know how many different players came through? Like in 1989, I cried about Rod Strickland, but in 1994, we was in the finals. So like, who cares about certain things? Like, you really have to put things in perspective and just see what's happening, enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing now. We did this the whole podcast, just combing through the league, find out who we're gonna pick up. So we kind of all agree DeJounte Murray is the right move to make. I agree with Tone too. Tone was like Brogdon is the second, plan B, if you want to say, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with that. I agree with all that stuff. So I mean, just the message that I have for young people, man, is just like, take it easy. Yeah. LeBron, Melo was here. Okay, cool. But Melo's, there's been so many different players out there. Like when I look at Melo, I don't look at him the same way that you guys look at him, that the young people look at him. Because I've seen Melo before. Even my dad can talk about guys like I lost his name just now, man. But we just, long story short is that we've had guys already here. So I mean, you have to remember when the history is said and done, we're gonna look back at 2023, this era here, and we'll be like, damn, Julius Randle was good, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when it happened, you don't remember it because you was like crying the whole time. Patrick, I know people like when Patrick Ewing was here, he was like, yo, man, I can't stand Patrick Ewing. All he do is shoot jump shots and this, that, and the other. He's soft and it, whatever. But now when we look back at him, he was a complete monster. There was but now we can give him his flowers. But when he was a Knick, there was people out there saying that Ewing was trash and he was soft and all this, So my advice is just take it easy and really enjoy the moment and see what's happening, because like history is gonna come one day and you're gonna look back and say, damn, son, that was a really good era. I had some good times during that time. They had some good games, whatever. But while it was happening, you didn't even really enjoy it. You don't even remember enjoying it because you was too busy fighting the whole time.
Yo, yeah, man. It kind of hit me. And then we get right this. Billy the OG pulled up. We go to
big shout out, badass Billy Gunn.
Yeah, it was good, Billy.
Shout out to you, Billy the OG, for pulling up. Me, I got PTSD. So there were certain conversations that I used to have with Eru, and I know Eru, being a person who's older than me, used to be like, yo, what the fuck? because of the way the Knicks treated me. It was the way they used to run their organization, how they used to drive. Like, I used to cap for Frank Ntilikina. Like, I'm not ashamed about that. It's what I used to do. But Billy, since my guy Tone went. Oh, Tone came back up. But I just toasted to Billy first. Oh, well, Tone, since you up here.
I got to pull out the laptop, I guess. But
what is your message to younger Knick fans who's living in this moment right now, who's never seen winning?
It's been the same since these Twitter spaces, or at least I found the Twitter spaces. Been like I think 2 seasons now, right? Something like that. Season maybe a little less, but you've seen the difference. You know what I mean? They brought Scott Perry in. Things started changing. They got a little bit more frugal, and you've seen a different direction. All these big rumored names, dudes who are like on their last leg. Usually the Knicks send everybody and bring the guy. You've seen the direction start changing. And I've been telling people, like, we in a different spot than we usually are. Well, I'm not trying to spin the block when I say this. There was a bunch of guys agreeing with me at that point. A lot of the older dudes too. I'm 40, so dudes my age or around it and older, they was pretty much all on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? It's like, you've seen this coming, and now we're here. You got to be happy. You got to be hyped. I didn't see the win, but I seen the finals. I seen them twice. We saw Game 7. When you see something like that, it's kind of like a couple baskets or a couple plays go a different way, and you could have won a championship. So basically, what it takes to get there. You know what I mean? Cohesiveness and the continuity. It's not all about stars and star power. You gotta let certain people blossom and, mix and match. And you might not like everything about it. Shit, it ain't about liking any of it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Just
try and be happy and try and see what you got going. Because if you see, bro, it's been nothing but growth. So as a franchise who's been terrible for my, my entire fan life, shit, you got to be hype about this, man. I don't see how you could come out here. I get it. You want to be a little impatient. The New York Minute thing, plus, we've been waiting forever. I get it, man. But this regime, this ain't been here forever. This ain't been here that long. This 4, maybe 5 years, and every year they added something. So one guy's 5, the other guy's 4. They added the point guard. This is his 2nd year. So it's all coming together, man. So you be patient and love this shit, because I was saying this last year. Maybe it's not 50% of it to you, but a large percent of this shit is watching it happen and being there for it. You know what I mean? Like, not just winning the ring, the whole fucking season, getting there, knocking on the door, playoff wins, big shots. The underdog coming up and playing ball. Like, love this shit, man, because we got something good going on. So, it's not time to hate or be mad about anything right now. It's time to realize we upper echelon. You know what I'm saying? We in that top class of this fucking league. And if they make this move, we really gonna be there. So they moved Taj today. Let's be happy. Let's be hopeful. It's time to be optimistic and love what we see. That's it.
Great take, Tony. Billy, OG, man, what's up, man? Shout out to you for joining my first ever YouTube live stream. It feels good, all of this hard work. This is like all hard work. And like the money I put up myself, everything I paid for, all this goddamn backdrops and stuff, but I paid. That's what it comes with, man. I like doing this shit, man. I love doing this shit, man. This shit is fun for me. This is like a everyday thing for me. Like this is normal for me. So I'm glad you're here today. What's up, OG?
Young blood, first and foremost, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And foremost, man, congratulations. This shit is dope. I'm happy, super proud of you, bro. I'm from the old school, man. I got an old soul. My dad, hey, you always want to see your people win, bro. So I know you've been talking about this for a long minute. We here now. Hey, I just mostly wanted to come show you love, man, and I'm happy for you, bro, and keep striving, reach all your goals, bro. And if you don't do it this year, you're gonna do it next year, and you got a team to help you do it. E-Rule, my boy, what's good, man?
Hey, what's good,
well with you, brother?
Yeah,
always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Tony, 5%. Hey, man, just wanted to talk about how you wanted to ask the people how should you talk to the younger crowd about what the Knicks are doing right now and how it feels. Look, man, I'm 46, right? And I dead ass just told one of my best friends from the military this earlier today. I said, bro, it's been a long time as a Knicks fan. I can't wait for the next game to come on. I can't wait for Tuesday. You know what I mean? I can't wait. And it's just because of the fact that people don't understand what that OG trade did. It gave, like, we finally won a bidding war. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's coming out the woodworks that other teams wanted OG and all this stuff, but we finally filled the hole that was needed in a defensive wing, a tall defensive wing, a very unselfish defensive wing. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with that. And then to get him at a price when we really didn't have to spend a lot of money or whatever the case may be, and we can still be in contention to get somebody at a higher echelon, a higher tier. Bro, and then the Knicks, man, they're just playing so well right now, man. Julius Randle, he can have one of the best stories as a Knick, you know what I'm saying, becoming the most hated, the most loved in one tenure. My man Recap, what's good, brother? Love. Brunson, freaking, he can just spin the block on a whole bunch of naysayers on Twitter, on TV, ESPN, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? I like Brunson, man. I love him, man. He just puts his hard hat on, come to work every day, bro. I want him to quit hitting the floor so much, taking all these charges though, because one of them gonna hurt. One of them gonna hurt, man. He gets hit in the face at least 3-4 times a game, man. But hey, that's just what he does, man. But the team looks like they just having fun together, and it's a good time to be a New York Knicks fan. And for us to say that, and it's only the beginning of January, when we still got a lot of other things that we can possibly do. And I'm still something, not really steal it, but I've been kind of feeling the same way. But my man Big Mo been preaching this. You don't really need a super team to compete right now. You just need like a lot of I ain't gonna use the C word. I'm gonna say togetherness. I ain't gonna say the C word. I ain't gonna say the C word, but a lot of togetherness, man. I ain't gonna say the C word. Y'all know we not gonna use it. But it's like certain games, like for an example, the game against Philly, great game. You know what I'm saying? We beat a contender. As a lot of cats say on Twitter and the spaces, it was a quality win against a quality team, right? Back in the day, we had a trap game with the next night and played the Washington Wizards who won 5 games. We would have lost that game because we was happy about winning the game in Philly. They didn't do that last night. They went in there and kept the main thing, man. They went in there and put a mud hole in Washington. Now you got me hyped. Now to take advantage of this soft schedule we got. It's a good time to be a Knicks fan, bro. I ain't been this happy since I was happy in 2013. We won 54 games, but I knew that was only like a short stint because we were old as hell. You know what I'm saying? We had 4 guys, if I remember, that retired off that team alone. This is the 99 team, but I'm more happy with this than the 99 team because we're still young. We're still young and upcoming, man. It's not. I don't see no light at the end of the tunnel right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to end real quick. It's a very good time, man. Take this in because this is for a lot of Knicks fans younger than me. This is the best roster they've seen ever, and they're not even contenders yet. That's the crazy part. So, but shout out to you, State. This shit is dope, bro. Shout out to the intro was dope. Everybody helps you along the way. Recap. I love it, bro. I hope to see you.
Yeah, man.
Bro, so good shit, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. I had a lot of help to get to where I'm at right now. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta be humble and you gotta want the help. And people gotta see that you want the help. Nobody wanna help a motherfucker who you get what I'm saying? Like it's like my little brother. Like I wanna help him. This little motherfucker, I told him today, come to the liquor store, yo, I got you. It's 8:32. He's still not here. Like I want to help him, motherfucker. You still not here.
You sound like me, man. I was gonna offer you microphones and headphones and all kind of stuff, and you was like, "Yeah, whatever." So, listen, I got stuff. I can just give it to you, and same thing. But I mean, you do it the way you want to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is good.
Some people got to learn through the hard ways before they can get through the right way. So
yeah. I just felt like for me, I just wanted to go through the trenches first. I felt like if I went through the trenches, then it would be an easier transition for me. If I allowed, I could have called you anytime to get all that, but I felt like if I didn't do it myself, it wouldn't be as satisfying. You know what I'm saying? Like those extra nights at work, OT, and this, that, and the third, like it wouldn't be as satisfying.
No doubt.
My God, anytime Knicks, man, I can't ask you this question because everybody on the panel's older than you. So I can't ask you to speak to younger Knicks fans. But what I can ask you is how you feel about the team, bro. What's up, man? You on the first ever State YouTube.
Yo, first of all,
live, man. Appreciate you, man.
Y'all can hear me? First of all,
yeah.
I just want to say congratulations, man. I'm gonna keep it short and simple.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Booked in the crib, man. I gotta spend lady. But yo, for real, wasn't really feeling the OG trade. Y'all already know RJ is my boy. He was our guy. You know what I'm saying? So sad to see him go.
Mm-hmm.
Can't complain. You feel me? Just watching Nick on the 4-win streak. Everything is looking fluid. The offense looks good. The defense is right. Like, we've been bowling out. You feel me? The bench been stepping up as of late. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate this type of shit, man. Like, when you a Knicks fan, like, all you can hope for is the team's success. And the team right now is succeeding. We doing good. So you can't complain. You feel me? Like, if you nitpicking right now after a 4-win streak, then you need to just shut up and fan, man. For real, man. Like, that's how I really feel at this given moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see what moves the Knicks is going to make next, man. I think that's going to be really big for us. Yo, shout out to Taj Gibson, man. He was a Knick for 3 stints, man, and they still let him go. You know what I'm saying? But that just shows you, like, Leon Rose, this front office, man, they trying to make moves, man. So me as a fan, I'm just sitting back and waiting to see what's going to happen next. You feel me? And I hope our next move is our best move, man. Yo, shout out to you, State. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to my guy, Recap Billy. Yo, man, it's all love. And I think I'm the first guest up here wearing the State of New York Knicks merch, man.
Nah.
Tony beat you to it, brother. Tony beat you to it, brother.
Tony beat you to it, man. I appreciate you,
Well,
man.
he's from the East.
But you the one with the blue joint. You're the first one with the blue joint, though. You're the first one with the blue joint.
You know, I had to come through represent, man. I ain't post my pictures, State. I was one of the first people to have a shirt, but I ain't posting pics because I was rugged in the face. I took mad pics with my son. But I ain't.
Nah, you good. You good. I ain't gonna lie. That gonna get.
But yo,
y'all gonna get me fucked up. Y'all gonna get. I keep telling y'all gonna get me fucked up by Recap, man. Showing off y'all nice little podcast hats. Now I gotta send this man a whole fucking bag. I definitely appreciate it, man. So
I want to make sure. So you got your shit. Tony got his shit. I seen fucking Ben got a fucking closet of fucking State merch, and he get a chopped cheese too. He get merch and a chopped cheese. I don't get shit.
Yeah,
nothing. I get your Recap. Your graphics are fire. Red.
Yo,
that's it.
yo, I already got one.
Fuck am I? Fuck you, State. If I don't got a truck by my house in 2 days with at least half your closet of merch on my street, all right, we're gonna have a problem, State. You ain't getting another graphic. You ain't getting another graphic till I get my merch.
I'm gonna set you
graphics
out,
are off.
I set out Ben real good, man. Ben like, yo, State, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I got you, man. Don't worry about that, man. This is one of your
damn pictures.
This is one of his hoodies, by the way.
Look,
shout out
you see
to OG.
Showing all the merch that I'm never gonna get. Showing all the merch I'm never gonna
get. What you
mean?
It's in a nice bag right here.
How long it been in that bag?
No, I just came back from Ghana. I just made this today.
Where's the other stuff? How long it been in that bag?
This fucking guy here. I just made all of this shit today, bro. Like, this is the first time I've been in a lab for mad long, bro. And my guy Mike, my bro got a daughter. I don't have no kids. So it's certain times.
So now, yo, Billy, you remember that guy who comes into the space and before he give his take, he says something that make everybody want to just agree and understand him. So that way when he says what he got to say, you all kind of just, you see what he just did right there? You think that I don't see that?
Hey, one thing now with this, State got to realize we got faces to the name now, State. A lot of these cats don't know what you look like. They saw the Ghana pics, but they really didn't, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but it's all love, man. I just came to show you some love, brother. I'm going to get up out of here, man.
All right. Peace. Thank you, OG. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I want to say what up to Anytime Knicks, man. We from the same hood, East New York. I'm looking at your Twitter thing now. It says East New York representative. We from the same place. But I got some years on you though, so.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Born and raised, man. East New York, man, all day, man.
What side? What side East?
I'm from Ashford side. Across.
Rick went to the basement real quick, yo, Rick, where did you go, bro?
We outside, fam.
What's going on, Rick?
See that?
Hey, can I smoke on camera, bro?
I've been smoking.
All right, that's why I turned my camera off.
You know how much stop playing with me, man. Yeah, see, I'm not in my crib. So that's the only reason why I'm not right now. Right? Rick the OG, you just pulled up out of nowhere, Where are you currently located? Like listen, Saudi Arabia.
Why your camera so freaking like clear and smooth and shit? What are you doing now?
I just pulled up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got you.
I pulled up to show y'all that State is worldwide, son. We out here in Saudi Arabia right now. I'm in the desert. I'm in the trenches for real, son. Those are tents.
Wow.
Those are tents behind me, man. Like, we really in the trenches right now. So I pulled up to show love to my God state, man. Let y'all know we out here, son. Around the world, worldwide.
Y'all appreciate it. Y'all appreciate that, Rick. Yo, Rick, man. We traded 125 for 13 million.
I gotta put some respect on Leon's name, son. My man replaced 125 and Deuce looking like IQ replacement for 13 mil. You know what I'm saying?
So,
now, I don't know if this is sustainable, but I mean he got the narratives looking real sick right now.
So this leads me to my next segue. Since people keep talking about Tony, pull up. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking? Pull up. It leads me to my next subject. We see the Knicks is on a 4-0 win streak right now with OG and Anunoby. So I would love to know everybody's ideal trade package, like the names, who you're sending out, the draft compensation you're sending out, and why you're sending out said names and said draft compensation for said players. I'll shoot this to my guy Eagle first, and then we go to Rick, and then we go to recap, and then we go to Jake.
Well, it's the same trade, right? Let me turn this up. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like it's Fournier, Grimes. If Mitch gets thrown in there, then that's Mitch, and then but just like recap said, $18 million to $18 million with DeJounte Murray. That's the end of the deal right there. When it comes to the draft picks, pick swaps and all that stuff. I hate arguing with people about pick swaps and whatever. So I mean, we already have the cachet, so we could throw the whatever they want. Whatever their heart's desire. If they want all of our picks for 2024, then take them. Because we got DeJounte and we're gonna do what we do to this year. And I think if we do get him, I think we're gonna go pretty far, man. We can talk, and then we can talk as much junk as we want to at that point, man. So I don't care about the Detroit pick. I don't care about the Bucks pick or whatever the other one is. We got like 3. I think the Dallas pick, and then we got our own pick, man. The hell with all those picks, man. If you want them, take them. So what you gonna do over there? You already got all your draft picks over there in Atlanta. Still ain't winning nothing. So go ahead, take some more draft picks, and then we'll take DeJounte from you. And then that's the end of that right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking here.
So basically Deontay Murray and any set player. So if you had to choose between AJ Griffin, Sadiq Bey, or Clint Capella out of that deal, out of those 3, who would you want back?
I mean, Sadiq Bey would be nice, but I'm not sure if I don't think we can. I'm not too sure, man. But I mean, AJ Griffin. I think if we throw Grimes in there, I think AJ Griffin would be a nice trade-off between the two. Because I mean, Atlanta got too many small forwards as it is. So I mean, they got like Sadiq Bey would be nice, but they got Jalen Johnson over there. They got the other guy too. What their starting forward they have over there. I keep forgetting his name. But I mean, they have too many small forwards. So I mean, if we give Grimes over there for AJ, I think that works good. I would take AJ.
Yo, this is mad funny. So this is literally like my first live stream. Literally, I didn't know you had to scroll down to add somebody else. So, I'm sorry, Tony.
Yo, State,
you know me. I don't know shit about none of this, so I'm fucking sitting here like, what the fuck am I doing?
Nah, you good, man. Rick, man, OG, man, what's up,
Rick,
man?
what up?
What's your take on what I just asked, man? What trade you taking right now?
Listen, man, it's not optional.
Oh, that's
like,
Rick.
They gotta move, it's not optional. They gotta move Fournier contract. Like, you can't let it just die, right? So they gotta use it. So you might as well use it to improve the roster. Get Fournier in that deal. Grimes, maybe Mitch, bring back Adrian Griffin or Capella. If they want Mitch, they're gonna want us to take Capella off their hands, right? So if you get Capella, that's cool with me. The big thing is get another piece in here, right? Because if I know none of us are like Tibbs guys like that, right? Like, if you tell me that you trust Tibbs enough to go into the playoffs with a starting shooting guard of Dante DiVincenzo, then God bless you, man. But I want to give Tibbs as many horses as he can. So I don't want no excuses, right? Plus, you look at the way the way DeJounte plays. To me, it's kind of like a poor man's SGA, right? So imagine him turning OG Anunoby into Jalen Williams. You got Brunson, who's good off the ball, catch and shoot. He's shooting like 45% this year. high pick and roll with Randall. Picture DeJounte going downhill. You know what I'm saying? Collapsing the defense, kicking out the shooters. We ain't got nobody that attacks the rim. We ain't got nobody that can hit a pull-up jumper like that consistently. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, I don't understand the people that say stand pat and ride it out because, you know what I'm saying, we're on a 4-game winning streak, bro. Like, you got to look ahead. Like, you can't be complacent now. Like, you got enough chips, you know what I'm saying, in your pocket. You got enough draft picks. We got enough assets to make 3 deals. You can get 3 deals out of this. You got like 9 picks. You got Mitch. You know what I'm saying? If Atlanta don't want Mitch, then that's another piece you could keep it in the stash until you can move him in the offseason because y'all know, you know what I'm saying, the Poppers, y'all know up here that I'm a big iHeart guy, right? So that's 3 moves. The DeJounte move, you know what I'm saying, Mitch move, and you still got like 5 picks on deck. If it doesn't work with DeJounte, then you can move him with 5 picks for, you know what I mean, Luka Doncic, whoever, even though that's unrealistic. But like I don't think that we should stand pat. Go ahead and make that move. I don't want to lose Grimes, but if we can get Adrian Griffin back or Sadiq Bey, get bigger on the wings, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really worried about the backup point guard position. If you bring in DeJounte, you can stagger the Brunson minutes. You can have him run with the bench. Imagine him running the bench with Hart. You know what I'm saying? Dante on the wings, man. Like him penetrating and kicking to shooters, man. Like, yo, that's what I would do. That's my opinion, man. Like, I feel like the Knicks are in a good position, man. Enjoy it. Don't get complacent because you got more than enough assets to improve this team without killing your prospects of getting that big guy down the line.
Recap. How you feel about it?
I mean, I think I made my position, pretty clear. I think it's even on YouTube, on every particular social media platform. DeJounte Murray is the move. And if you just look at, every single report, it obviously leads to everybody believing that's the move. So I don't want to get into the whole, reasoning again, why that move is likely going to be the move that Leon Rose makes. But the fit, again, with Jalen Brunson, that type of backcourt, I get people don't understand why a backcourt like that would work because they see the Trae Young experiment. They're like, oh, that doesn't work. I've mentioned it a couple times. Trae Young is not Jalen Brunson, and I mean that in the best way possible. He's a catch and shoot more type of guy, and Jalen Brunson, he can play off ball more. Trae really can't. And when you have a guy like Murray, you need somebody who can be able to do that. Not always, but at least be able to play off ball when the matchups present itself. And sometimes it just happens on court, especially when switches happen. With DeJounte and Jalen, because they both are so flexible in that regard, they could both do that. And I think they play better off each other than Trae and Murray do right now. And I think the defense that you're seeing from Murray, which is the best defender among a horrible team, you'll see him come to the Knicks and elevate that defense. Tell me somebody who's come to the Knicks under Tom Thibodeau whose defense hasn't risen up. They've gotten better. And maybe it's a Thibs effect. Maybe it's the fact that, they see other people playing hard defense and they just want to replicate that and play that way. Whatever the case may be, that's definitely going to be the move. The trade for me is very easy. Evan Fournier, the contract matches up. They want pick State. They've given up their 2025 pick to San Antonio. The Knicks got that protected Bucks pick. You include that. Matter of fact, you might be able to include all the protected picks and maybe an unprotected pick for 2024. Here's why I would suggest that if I'm the Knicks. The Knicks have so many picks in 2024. The Dallas pick particularly, that's going to convey. That's going to be the pick that you're going to use to get that piece you need on the bench, right? That's what they're going to do. If that's the case, and the Hawks are likely going to want an unprotected pick, give them the unprotected pick from this year, which if you get Murray, you're a contender. Good luck to where that pick falls, right? So I'm happy with that. And we keep our rest of our picks for the rest of the years, right? So we keep all of those picks. And we still have moves that we can still make. We have other players on the team, Quentin Grimes, for instance, and those future first-round picks, like other people say, they're currency around the league. Everybody wants them, regardless of where they're going to fall sometimes, because now people feel like they can find the gem wherever they fall. So because of that belief, even though it has less value, it's still valuable. So I agree with Rick. We still have moves to make. But the move to make, number one, is DeJounte. After that is shoring up your bench to make sure you have more scoring off of that. And then once you're done with that, the Knicks are in contention at that point. You just have to figure out, once you play these good teams and you play them over a 7-game series, what your team looks like after that. And then you identify where the gaps are and you fill in. Yeah,
I strongly agree with that. Tony OG, man, how you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, out of the realistic moves on the table, I'm going Murray. You know, for a while I was up here talking about Mikal Bridges shit. Of course, that'd be my number one. I know Recaps loves that, but he hates it because he knows it isn't gonna happen. Whatever. Anyway, out of the realistic moves, especially that it's gaining a lot of traction now, Murray is it. Murray is, I mean, it's a monster move. I'm telling you, we could go over the rosters after you get the guy and tell me who, you know, how are the Bucks better? How are they clearly, you know, gonna scrape us? I don't see it. The same with Boston. I think we could give anybody a fight at that point. And if you can't land them because somebody else offers something crazy or it doesn't work out or whatever it may be, I'm at the least going for Brogdon, you know. And that, you know, you gotta get somebody in here who can score. You know, it'd be nice if they can hit a 3-point shot. It'd be nice if they could ball handle a little bit and run the offense. Let Jalen, you know, go off ball, because then you kind of got another shooter who can spread the floor with the way he's able to spot up his shoot. I mean, you just got to make a move. We was just talking about it. There's so many years we're finally this close. You make it. I know there's a lot of guys sitting there right now like, nah, sit still, go to the playoffs, fight hard, you're good. And then, you know, in the off season we can sit. But there's a lot of shit that goes down in the off season. You know what I mean? You got iHeart's contract. Like Rick said, the most important thing, to me, it's already embarrassing we let Derrick Rose just sizzle out the contract. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that in the NBA. People are looking to get contracts off their books. So and they, by doing so, they want to take on a contract that dies out this year. You got the option in Fournier. Do it. That's really the whole thing. Unless next year you're gonna re-sign this guy, you're gonna pull up the option, and that's gonna put you $20 million into the cap further. It's going to stop you from possibly signing somebody else. It doesn't make no sense. You got to make the move now. My man Billy, who was up here earlier, he's always saying, strike while the iron is hot. That's what we got to do. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I strongly agree with that. That's why when people on Twitter, when they try to say to me, hey, State, I apologize, niece. That's why I muted everybody to stop the feedback. So I apologize, niece. That's my fault. It's my first time. So, like give me a little saving grace. But I strongly agree with that, Tony, man. Me being a younger Knicks fan than you, I turned 34 January 25th. Aquarius. There's no planet I want to see Leon Rose go into the playoffs with Big Paja as the starting shooting guard. I love Big Paja. He good with me, right? I got a nice graphic too. Wait till y'all see that. Yo, Tony gonna lose his fucking mind when you see that recap graphic. I'm telling you, I can't even show you yet. So you gonna lose your mind when you see that shit. I promise you. Shout outs to everybody in the chat who's been rocking with me for 2.5 hours. Like, this is regular for me. Like, this is a regular conversation for me talking this long. Like, I go for 5 hours, 6 hours. Like, this shit ain't nothing to me, man. Shout out to everybody who's also following me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, my Twitter is Be More Like State. If you're not following me on Facebook, my Facebook is State Knicks. If you want to add me on Facebook, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is State Knicks. Go follow my Substack articles, man. Substack.com, State from Harlem. I love writing Substack articles, man. They're my favorite. Shout out to my cousin Corsi. He put me on to help me write better. If you go to Reddit, State of the NYK. I got Reddit posts up there. Apple Podcasts, type in State of the New York Knicks Podcast. And also I got my Cash App up there, State Mentor, if you want to support. Super chats will be available like next stream. I'm not gonna worry about that this stream, because this stream is like graduation. Like, this is like, now you stepping into the real world, young man. Like, this is one of those. This is like Ryu. This is like Ryu first beating Bison. Like, this is what this feels like. So, Jay from the East, man, what's your thoughts on everything that's going on right now, especially at the trade deadline? let's say if we do get Dejounte Murray, who would you want out of the other three as a part of that trade? Because obviously we let Taj Gibson go. Out of AJ Griffin, Sadiq Bey, or Clint Capella?
That's a good question, State. I think I'm gonna go with a wing, and I think I'm gonna go with Sadiq Bey because I feel like he's the most veteran player, like as far as wings is concerned. You feel me? Like AJ Griffin, he a young cat. He put up numbers here and there, but he's kind of like he's a rook. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather somebody a little bit more proven. I think Sadiq, if we could get him off the bench, like the lineup would be so versatile. Like you could play him at the 2, the 3, the 4. He can guard those positions as well. That's what you want to have off your bench. You want to have that one Swiss Army knife. But if you got two, if you got an OG Anunoby and a Sadiq Bey, guys that's pretty much positionless wings, you feel me? 6'8", long wingspan, like that's what you want. You feel me? You bring in the DeJounte Murray. He doesn't have to be a lockdown defender, guys. Like people been saying, oh, he's not the greatest defender. He's not as good as a defender as he was anymore. All he have to be is a capable defender, reliable. You feel me? And I think he can do that at the very least. You feel me? I don't think he's about to come to New York and be a defensive liability. So if you bring in a DeJounte Murray, I would much rather us bring in another wing that could come in and just play off of the guys that's going to facilitate. You feel me? Like we got Josh Hart that could facilitate off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Deuce McBride would benefit from having a guy he could just kick out to that could knock down threes, you know, until he get his facilitating skills up. So I think that's what you want to have off your bench, man. Another guy that's just a strong 3-and-D wing, you feel me, that could play multiple positions. So that way you could go either way. You want to play him at the 2, the 3, the 4. The lineups get when you got that type.
Appreciate that answer. I guess for my last question to you guys today. First of all, shout out to the chat, man. The chat is booming. Like I didn't expect for the chat to be booming like that. Like I didn't even expect for like 100 people to show up on the first day. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Like I really appreciate all of you guys like that joined me today. Y'all don't understand how much this shit means to me, man. This shit like this will make me work even harder. Like I tell Recap like all the time, like we don't work hard enough. Especially when I got from Ghana and what I seen out there, poverty, African kids with bare feet. You got African dudes. I was in Accra, Ghana. So you got the African parents over there. They sending their little ones over to pickpocket you. So now you got to guard your cell phone all the time. Like that's where I just came from, and that put me in a whole different perspective, like on life in general. Like so, without that Ghana trip, I probably would have never even started the YouTube channel. But since I went to Ghana, I said, yeah, let me start it. My final question to y'all is, if the Knicks reach any type of success, and I just go around the horn, so Eru, Recap, and Jay, and then Rick, and then Tony. If the Knicks reach any type of success this season, and when I say success, what is state success? Well, success to me is the Knicks get to the finals. Like that's success for me. Leon Rose is in year 4, year 5. I'm not judging Leon Rose like year 1. You get in year 4, year 5, you should be a championship contender. You get in year 4, year 5, you should be an Eastern Conference Finals contender. You should be a Finals contender. You should have a team that should be prepared to win a ring, right? So let's say if the Knicks reach the finals this year, they possibly lose the finals or they win the finals. Either one. Who was more who was the guy you point to and you say he's the reason why we got to the finals? Out of Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau, who the guy you say, yeah, he's the reason why we got there? Eru, start off with you. Eru, you muted, man.
No, you muted me, man. You muted me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It was the mic feedback, she said. So I wanted to make sure, like, we were mic feedback. My bad.
Yeah, but I don't even know how to answer that, man. Because I mean, Leon, Tom Thibodeau got his problems, man. The dude can't make adjustments and that type of thing. But you make the roster better, and then that'll kind of clean up some of that stuff. So I guess Leon Rose, you look to Leon Rose. One person I'm going to throw in the mix, if I can, as an alternate answer is James Dolan, just to make everybody upset. You know what I'm saying? James Dolan is one, that stopped talking. He stayed out of the media. Outside of the Oakley situation, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't really said anything. You know what I'm saying? So him not saying nothing and not interfering with real basketball minds and letting them do what they do, I think he's the real MVP, to tell you the truth, if you're going to do a consolation. But with the Knicks, Julius was talking, and Julius and Brunson, two leaders, man. They were basically saying that this is the gist of it was that it's a team effort, man. Everybody's handling their thing. I just saw something just now while the guys were talking that Julius was like, we don't play with our food, we gotta take the game serious, that type of stuff. So same thing, Leon. Leon can't play with his food, man. Same thing with Tom Thibodeau, man. You can't just be substituting guys just because, oh snap, is 1 minute left in the third. Let me just make a random substitution for no reason. Guys gotta pay attention, man. So, I'm just gonna be equal, man. Everybody got an equal thing. But to answer your question, Leon Rose, man, because he gotta make that move, because if you don't make that move, we don't get to that finals, man. So I'll say Leon Rose,
That's a good answer. Recap, what's up, bro?
I've had Leon Rose I think I've had like an arrow to his head probably for a while, actually. I didn't like Leon Rose for a while because he didn't do anything for a while. So it's hard to like somebody when you're the president of basketball operations and you don't do anything. So I'm trying to think to myself, well, if he goes into another season without doing anything, then, it's obviously he's going to be the blame. But if he's the reason why we're now succeeding and he's caused the move that led to that, then I think you have to say it's Leon. I think Tom Thibodeau gets a little bit of credit as well, too, in terms of coaching. But Leon Rose really is the one who orchestrated this whole thing, right? He's the one who put everything together, put all the pieces where they are, regardless of, who wanted to play where or who didn't get utilized or whatever. He's the one at the end of the day who made the trades to get people in here and get people out of here. And the roster is the way it is because of him. So if we love it today, it has to be because of Leon. So I love the roster as constructed right now. I think we're a move away from becoming contenders. That's because of Leon. If Leon makes that move, then it's Leon Rose.
Jay, what's your answer, Brody?
I'm big on the front office, man. I always say when things go wrong, I always look to the front office. So, shout out to Rick, but he gave a great explanation. I'm gonna have to say I pretty much agree with him. It's the front office, man. The players, they got to go out there and show and prove and actually put in the work and do all of that good stuff. But it's up to the franchise to put these guys together, and hopefully they come together and make something special happen. You feel me? But it's going to have to go with the front office first. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be the end-all be-all for me, the front office, man.
State muted himself.
How you mute yourself on your own show?
How the fuck I mute? Yo, that's that Twitter space.
Damn, no, that's that first show syndrome right there.
Oh,
You're
first
all out now.
That's in that bottle. Whatever you had in that bottle, you finished the whole bottle.
Yeah, I finished that. Yeah,
You drink it again too?
Let me see.
Oh my god, why you say that? You see what you did? You made him pour something else now.
Nah, I ain't drinking again. Nah, I ain't drinking again. I'm good. I ain't gonna lie. My pops is in here. I ain't going. All right. I don't do that around pops like that. I ain't gonna hold you up. I put it to the limit, man. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Rick the OG, man. If you ready, who do you think gets more praise if we reach some type of success?
It's gotta be Leon Rose, man. Look, any organization, whether it's corporate America, whether you see the tents behind me, whether it's the military, like it always starts at the top. Like anything happens that's like out of the ordinary. The first head to go, it starts at the top, right? So you got a coach like Tibbs, right? What you want to do is you want to minimize his margin for error. So you give him as many horses as possible, man. You put him in position to where he got all his guys, right? You said you want to play this system. you want these type of guys, I'm gonna give you these guys. If you fail, it's on you. But at the same time, it's you chose to hit your wagon to Tibbs. You chose to hit your wagon to Julius Randle, right? So even if we talk about player accountability, right? Like we're about to see this. This is the playoffs year. This is a make or break year for Tibbs. It's a make or break year for Julius Randle, but it's also a make or break year for Leon Rose, right? So if they make it, you know what I'm saying, you got to get a praise to Leon because he went and got you OG. He made a hard decision and traded everybody's favorite player in RJ Barrett. You know what I'm saying? A fan favorite. You know what I mean? Like he got you OG. He got you OG. You know what I mean? Like he got you Brunson for nothing. You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens at the trade deadline. So if they're able to make a run, then you even the biggest Leon haters got to give Leon his praise. So Jay from Florida, I see you. You gonna have to, if they make it to the finals or some shit like that, you're gonna have to give Leon his props. And if they fall flat on their face, then he deserves the blame too, man. Because he's the head of the snake. He's at the top of the food chain, top of the pyramid. That's how it works. Corporate America, any big organization, that's just how it works. So Leon is my answer, man.
Yo, Tony, man, what's up, man? Who would you give the most praise to if the Knicks reach any type of success like the finals, for example? Do you give it to Tom Thibodeau, given the rosters that he's received and the amount of winning he's done with those said rosters?
I'm not going to dispute nor debate anything anybody said, but to not be boring, I'm going to go and do what everybody would hate to do and give it to Tibbs. This guy been catching fucking flack, been getting shot at for seasons. He don't know what he's doing. He chokes, he this, he that. But nobody ever wants to talk about how we go into every season and go back to when he was on other teams. Never once have we sat there as NBA fans saying, you know, yo, that Minnesota team, they the championship team this year. Every year we know the 3, 4, 5 teams that are going to be in the running for the chip. It was never Tom's team, ever. It never was, period. I get it. He hasn't got it done. He don't have the hardware. You know, there's a lot of coaches that don't. You got to end up with that player usually, or that, you know, that team. That's how the NBA is. You know, LeBron got a handful, Steph got a handful, fucking Tim got a handful. You know what I'm saying? So Leon comes in, he re-signs one guy, he brings in another that's related to him. Big up to him. Just some pieces in here, but a lot of the moves he made, yo, they're like Thibodeau style dudes. Do I know that he would get these dudes for some other coach? You know what I mean? Did he want to go a different way? You know, bringing in Josh Hart for a pick, you know, signing Josh to that contract, signing RJ to a contract, right? And then all of a sudden he goes a different way with a complete Thibodeau style piece in OG, you know? So I don't really know, you know, who it was at that point. Obviously, praise still has to go to Leon for getting it done. I'm not going to take that from him. Again, I'm not debating what you guys said. But, yo, it's a Tom Thibodeau style team, man. And the shit looks real good. Real good. And if they get another guy and he ends up working out, besides giving it to players that nobody ever thought could make it near as far as an Eastern Conference Finals or a championship. So big up to those players if they got there. I'd have to take the hat off and give it to Tom Thibodeau.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I agree with everything Tony just said. I'm giving it to Tibbs, bro. I gotta give it to him by default because he's the most hated man in New York. Leon Rose is protected. Yo, recap. There's people. I kid you not.
That's not what you asked. You asked who deserved it more. Tony trying to play devil advocate. I know what Tony trying to do.
No,
Tony knows it's Leon Rose. He knows it's Leon Rose.
No,
I think that shit with me. He knows.
I swear to God, I think it's Tibbs.
Nah. For State,
I swear to God, I think it's Tibbs.
For State, it gotta be Tibbs. Ain't no other.
That's for sure too. But let me ask you this: a GM puts a crazy team together.
they don't win, it's his fault? Not really. Like when LeBron and them went to Miami and they lost to Dirk.
Is it on the Lakers right now? Is it on Rob Pelinka right now because of where the Lakers are at?
Oh, no.
I mean,
no.
Rich Paul. That's on Rich Paul.
No, it's on.
It's not on Rob.
No, it's on.
No.
No, it's on LeBron.
They getting calls,
bro,
from other agents because the talent's not being utilized properly.
He has
Who's that on?
He has no say so. You got LeBron. LeBron plays GM.
If you're the guy who brings these players in, you're the guy at the table having these conversations, telling these kids what they need to hear. And then when it's push come to shove and nothing happens and agents around the league are calling you saying you're not utilizing my players properly, who is that on? On the coach or on the GM who employed him?
Yo, usually you could be right in this situation, but because it's LeBron there, I'll debate it. Because you know what LeBron does. LeBron gets his way. He assigns roles. He tells you, yo, you 5 kids are going out for AD. I want AD. Like, he does all that. You know? But
I can't give the Lakers that excuse.
Yo, think back to that Heat team. Think back to that Heat team when they lost in the finals.
Another thing, the Heat team, they missed on Dame. Who did they blame on that? They blame Eric Spoelstra, or who did they blame for that?
Pat Riley.
Low key, son, the Lakers are everything that people accuse the Knicks of being. It's nepotism shit, the CAA bullshit. Like they are.
They had that clutch shit straight. Yeah,
clutch
right.
shit.
Yeah, but that's my point though. Like anything you guys want to say about that, you could spin it on a couple of different franchises. That's why I get what people are trying to say with Tom Thibodeau. You can make a point of Thibs, but if you're talking about like legitimately between a president of basketball operations or a GM who has that power and control over a roster and a coach who has the ability of only coaching who he has in front of him, there's a difference in level to that. And when the push comes to shove, sure, somebody gets blamed, but it ultimately goes, like Rick said, all the way to the top. Because if the top's going to get the credit, the top's going to get the blame too.
Yeah, shit, that's true. Oh, Ebru, you gonna say something?
I always want to say something, man. This is what we do, podcasting here, man. But you know, I want to throw Phil Jackson into the mix. Remember when he came through? He was the team president, and then he was hiring all these coaches to run the triangle, and then he was getting this guy. He drafted Frank Ntilikina, and we should have drafted Donovan Mitchell. All this, you just go down the line, the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? So you got to blame the GM when it comes to that stuff, because if if you wanted, my thing is like, if you want a guy to do what you want to do, you have to hire. You have to like, I mean, Leon Rose, when he hired Tom Thibodeau, they had they broke bread. They sat down together. They had dinner, and they was like, they listen, I'm hiring you for a reason. Whatever. What do you think about whatever? So just judging from what happened then, from that point up until now, you can see that the team, the front office, and Tom Thibodeau were all in sync with each other this entire time. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need that balance, man. You gotta hire who you think could let the plan of go through or whatever. So at the end of the day, it is Leon Rose. Leon Rose hired Tom Thibodeau, to go through with the plan, and everything is working perfect for so far. So now it's Leon Rose's turn to finish the deal here. To make that next move. And then like he put Tom Thibodeau in place. Tom Thibodeau got to do his job. But in order for Tom to do his job, Leon got to do his.
Jay from the East and Rick, do y'all have any rebuttals for that?
I agree, man. I agree 100%, man.
Nah, I'm on record. It's got to be Leon, man. I'm not a big Tibbs guy neither, but I give him props when he gives props, and I shit on him when he deserves to be shit on. But this is on Leon, man. Like Leon, you can't really at this point in time, man. Like I'm still undecided on Leon, but he's trending upwards for sure.
No, man. This was a great convo.
Did you answer
it? Did I answer it?
Yeah. State is drunk, man.
I mean, I'm sauce, man.
I would
love to hear your response.
He was with me. He was with me on Tibbs.
He agreed. No, but I actually want to know, after you hearing everything, are you still with Tibbs or?
Yeah, I'm with Tibbs. 1,000%.
Why is it Tibbs though? Why is Tibbs for you?
Because of the scrutiny behind Tibbs, what he subjected me to the past couple of years. The way he's lied to me these past couple of years, the way I've seen him treat certain players on the New York Knicks the past couple of years, I think he's the guy. And also, he's the coach. Tibbs is 31-41 in the playoffs. He's the coach, and you gotta blame the coach, man. But you gotta give the coach the praise too. If Tibbs win a chip, I'm saying yay Tibbs. I ain't saying yay Leon Rose. The hell with Leon Rose. I'm praising the coach first. He's the first person I'm thinking about. We win a chip.
Yo, can I throw something else out there? Keep it a band. I mean, it's hard to do now that it's already like the product is out there and we've seen it all last season, and now they added a little something, so we've seen it. You know what we got this season, but when you look at this roster construction, when you look at the pieces that's on it, nobody sits there and says, okay, they're a top 14, top 5 team in the NBA, top 16. They go into the finals. Nobody. You like even though we've seen Randall do what he's doing for a while now, and you've seen Jalen all last season do it and this and that. You know, Tibbs gets his guys to play hard and shit like that. But like this is not like, it's not like the other teams. Like when we sit back, we could do it right now. Denver, yes, you expect them to have a good shot to go. The Bucks, the Celtics, you know, possibly you might throw the Lakers if they healthy. I know they're a little old and shit like that, but you know what I mean? Like you the Clippers, right? Those are the teams that like you look at on paper and you say they can go. You don't do that with this fucking Knicks team. So with that in mind, now think of the question. Leon put those guys on a team. Tibbs got them guys to play ball together the way they playing, which could eventually get them there. So if they get there, I'm being honest. It's not just a devil's advocate, though it was boring for me to just agree with you fellas full out and say, whatever, a Rose. But, you know, honestly, in some way, yo, it's crazy Tibbs got these dudes playing like that. And also, hats off to all of these dudes playing better. Like, for real, I'm just, you know, that's...
Yo, Tone, I hear you, Tone, but this is where I'm at, right? So whether we want to admit it or not, Randall is a question mark in the playoffs. Like, it's a question mark, right? So why not? Leon needs to go get another piece
automatically
to bring that margin of error to come down a little bit, so that if Randall plays like playoff Randall, which I expect him not to do, I expect him to actually come through this year because of the way he's playing, his approach to the game. I would put money on Randall having a breakout playoff, but if not, it's on Leon to go get another guy, man, that could step in that spot to minimize that shit. That's still a question mark.
Yeah, no, he got to hit the clutch basket. I feel you. He has to hit. Leon got to hit that clutch shot. He got to add, because I've been up here saying that even if you get the best Randall and the best Brunson, I don't think there's enough firepower to win a chip. And honestly, as is, I think it's too hard for Randall's skills to be able to give you this. They're going to game plan for him. He's easier to stop and shut off than Brunson is. They get game plan for it, and they're going to go out there and give him a hard time. I think he'll be better than what he's been. But we want him at his best. The only way you're going to do that is when you give us another option so that their defense can't do that. They can't just sit there and stop Randall, because the rest of the team with Brunson and whomever this other guy that Leon brings in here, they're going to kill you and they'll win the game if you're just going to game plan for Randall. And that's my whole point behind, I want to see them add somebody. That's really it.
Basically, it's simple. We don't want to waste Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson's prime. Basically, I watched the Knicks waste Carmelo Anthony's prime with 38-year-old Jason Kidd. I don't want to make that same mistake again. And now you have a chance. You got OG Anunoby basically for free. You didn't use none of your main assets yet. Now that the time is hot for you to strike. I'm really interested in, and I don't think nobody brought this up today. I guess this is the last thing I guess we could talk about. Let's say if we get Dejounte Murray, but only for Evan Fournier, and you give him picks. We still got Quentin Grimes. I watched Quentin Grimes. I think the last couple of defensive possessions, I think opponents shot 2 for 12 when Grimes is their primary defender. He's been great lately, right? He's been aggressive a little more lately, right? If we used to keep get Dejounte Murray and keep Grimes, we satisfied going in the playoffs with our unit as constructed, like with just adding Dejounte Murray and putting Dante DiVincenzo to the bench. I'm gonna start off with Rick, and then let's go to Jay, and then we're gonna go around the horn again. Recap. I got Ebro and then Tony.
Yo, absolutely, yes. Because look, we've seen in the limited minutes they've been together, OG, Grimes, and Hart. That defensive unit, son, has been like lights out. It's lights out, right? So now when you get Dejounte, you start him at the 2. You put Dante on the bench, right? So you got Josh Hart, Dante, Grimes off the bench. Those 3 right there is already better than 80% of the benches you're gonna play in the playoffs. Go down the line. Look at Boston. Look at Boston's bench, mad thin. Milwaukee's bench, mad thin. Philly's bench, mad thin. You can't tell me that Josh Hart, Dante, and Grimes is better than any of those teams' benches off top. So if you get DeJounte and you're gonna run DeJounte with that bench unit, you're gonna stagger him and Brunson. So like, nah, yeah. I think if you make one move, DeJounte, that's it. I think we could pop. Yo, I'm not scared of Philly, and I'm not scared of Boston, son, because OG is the type of defender that gives Tatum fits. And when somebody's giving Tatum fits, he start doing them step back threes from 25, 26 feet, and he's gonna shoot you out of the series. We've seen it time and time again. He'll shoot you out of a series if you defend him like that. Once you start leaning on him for 6 games, 7 games, man. Wiggins did it to him, you know what I'm saying? And then Boston did it to him last year, man. So I think if you get DeJounte, that's enough to contend. Now they got enough pieces to do another move. If you can find a move for Mitch, then we do that too. But like, I'll be satisfied if they get DeJounte by itself.
Yo, Jay, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree, and I think if you just add the DeJounte Murray alone, I think that's good enough to contend with the top 3 teams in the East. For one,
so you trust. So basically, you trust Quentin Ntilikina and Deuce McBride going into the playoff series.
If you bring in DeJounte Murray, you got Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench. Yo, I was one of the guys that I wasn't sure about that signing. I just wanted him to be as advertised. You feel me? A guy that can knock down the corner 3. He's been way better. Let me say that loud and clear. Dante DiVincenzo, yo, God's signing, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was upset about the signing. I felt like that was some of Quickly's money, but for real, he's playing above his contract right now. Like Dante DiVincenzo stabilizes up bringing a guy like DeJounte Murray, because then all he got to do is worry about defense. You feel me? And we know he got that. You feel me? That's perfect. You know, a guy like Deuce, he could defend. He's not really a facilitator. A lot of people forget that Dante can play the 1. He's been playing mostly at the 2, but he can facilitate as well. You feel me? And if Tibbs do it, I think he would be able to. So I'm definitely going to say he would be good with just bringing in DeJounte.
Yo, what the fuck?
I seen Big Brutus.
All right, he's gonna have like 7. He's gonna come up 7 times before he grades, so don't worry about it. You got it.
Yo, shout out to the OG, man.
So
for 40 minutes.
Brutus crazy, man. I'm trying to, mind you, I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. Like I'm like a baby coming out of the females.
No, you ain't gotta go on that, man. You knew.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see. They're trying to. You see, Brutus got these damn Android
there you
phones,
go.
man.
There's Bruce.
Brutus is pixelated.
I can't even see you, Brutus. Where the hell you at?
Yo, before Brutus
How is Rick clearer than you?
I can see me.
Before Brutus go, before Brutus go,
I see me just
Why is your
fine.
phone from 1973 too?
Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on, Brutus, with your 19. Man, hold on, Brutus, with your 1976 phone, man. Let me go to. Let's get the recap, real quick.
Before they go,
Rick got a slide. Man, just give that tape.
I got to slide. I just came up here to say, you know what I'm saying, yo, man, proud of you. Stay, keep doing your thing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
To show the people that you worldwide, son. We out here in Saudi Arabia, man.
Appreciate it.
We got fans all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody up here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm a slide, man. Go Knicks. You already know 5. We out of here. Tony State. All my people's in here. I'll holler at y'all, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that, man. Rick the OG, all the way from Saudi Arabia. Salute to all the Army veterans, man. Salute to everybody who's been in the Army. I remember my father asked me to go to the Army. Right? I think I was about 17. I looked at him. I said, hell no. Fuck you. I ain't going to the Army. I ain't going to hold you up. I'm scary. What are you talking about? They got the big missile guns and all that nonsense, man. Recap, what's good? But salute to everybody who's been in the Army, man. Salute to everybody who's been in the Army. You guys deal with a different type of mental fortitude, whatever the fuck word I'm looking for. But y'all deal with some other shit. So I respect everybody who's in the military. But what's up, Recap?
Yo, the more Brutus moves.
Who is, man? That's not a snake, yo.
The worse he looks, the more he moves
that's
back.
Rick. That's Rick.
Rick,
You gotta
I didn't even say anything.
your goddamn, your
That was Rick.
Yo, state, just mute Rick.
Oh, that was Rick. Okay.
Yeah.
Bang. See, I'm getting new. I'm learning.
Blaming me for shit. Just blaming me for everything.
Yeah, well, you just fix your video, man. It's still blurry. Every time you move back, it gets blurrier. Fix your video. Look at
that. That's the light. That's the light above his phone. That's all that is.
Light. That's a phone problem, Tony. That's not a light. I can see you perfectly. You got TV light on you. I see you perfect. This man got a whole light above him.
Oh,
what are we talking about? Talk about this the light. You got a whole room lit. Oh my God. He turned off the light. What are we doing here? Yo, what are we doing here?
Now what? Now I can't complain about the light recap.
There you go, bro.
Yo, what's that? Yo, wait, hold on. Brutus reminded me of a movie. I don't know.
Serious shit, by the way.
Scary movie.
Come up and look at the camera this close, by the way, Brutus. Don't you ever do that again. Looking at the camera this close. You gonna scare people. What's wrong with you?
Like
Freaking in the
Candyman.
dark? In the dark. He just crept in the dark. Screaming at people in the dark.
Oh man. What's up though, Recap? Let's try to finish that.
Apologies, brother.
It's all right, man.
Bruce messing me up, man. What's the question again, bro? Bruce got me messed up, bro.
Yo, Brutus messed me up too, man. Yo, see, Brutus,
DeJounte Murray the trade, would he be phone? DeJounte Murray.
Would he be a what?
Will we become a championship team or better with just Murray and nothing else?
So basically, thank you for sparking my mind, fellas. My bad. So basically, I said, if we get DeJounte Murray for Evan Fournier, you don't trade Grimes. You don't trade Deuce McBride. You still got that young backcourt, right? But now you're bringing in DeJounte Murray. So now obviously Dante DiVincenzo goes to the bench. I guess he plays the backup 3 or the backup 2. Is you still confident with that team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely confident.
My bad.
Contender. They're a contender. Just like that, they're a contender. If you add more pieces, it just makes them a more solidified contender. If you get more bench pieces, more shooting, obviously that's what they're looking for. If you look at the people that they're looking at with Burks or Bogdanovic, all of those guys can shoot. They need more shooting. They need more scoring. That's what they're targeting. So clearly, that's the mindset. But if you get Murray, you just basically offset some of your scoring that you have now to the bench, and that's exactly what you want to do. And then Murray's a bucket himself. I feel like people think that Murray can't score. Like he can't have he's a bucket, man. He's a bucket. I think he was leading. By the way, he's heating up. By the way, the last few games, he's outscoring. I think Trae Young in the last few games, or at least close to it. So his value skyrocketing, unfortunately, which is the worst time for it to happen because they might want a couple of extra picks because of that. Either way, I think the Knicks still get it done. But without anything else, if the Knicks just get Murray and they keep Grimes, McBride, everything else, they're a contender. Absolute contender this year.
Eru, my God. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I mean, there's nothing else we can really do. I mean, if we don't trade Grimes, Grimes is on the bench, not everybody's gonna play. It's gonna be a 9-man rotation. So I mean, Grimes would be good holding the towel. He looks good with a towel. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, all these guys could play. That one thing that people forget too is that like these guys got to practice. So when you practicing, Grimes is gonna be vital. Off the bench playing defense against Murray and stuff like that. So just to prepare for the playoffs, all those little guys they definitely help out. So I mean, just to answer, man, DeJounte, you get him in here, and that's it. I think that completes the piece there. All the 9-man rotation is locked down right there at that point. I don't think we can get any better, unless not even unless that. I think that's the move. I think there's no way that this roster could get better at this present time, like that. So I'm with it, man. If we get him, man. Because I was we've been talking about a lot, so I mean I was looking at the games before this 4-game winning streak, and I was done. I do watch-alongs and stuff, man. So I was doing a watch-along, and I just stopped the watch-along, and I started talking about Pokemon and everything else in the world, because like, the game is like the Knicks are the made a peak. So listen, we got RJ and we got IQ. IQ is not working, RG's not working. It just doesn't work, man. So this is not even worth watching. So I was like, either Tom Thibodeau got to get fired or Leon Rose got to make a move. And then sure enough, Leon Rose stepped up and made the move. And now that he made this move, it cleared the team up. And this guy, DiVincenzo, DeJounte, Murray, if they make this trade, that's it. I think we just put the guns in the holster and we all show up to the Garden and we just make this thing happen, man. And this is it right here. This is it.
Talk about the true definition of riding out. I'm a ride with that squad, bro.
Yeah,
I'm riding out. Don't talk to me about trades. Don't talk to me about cap space until 2025. I'm riding. Once we get DeJounte Murray, I'm riding out.
Yo, you want to talk about we outside, man? We make that trade. I ain't never coming home, man. My kids gonna be like, yo, where's dad at? Yo, I'm out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing podcasts from my car in the bathroom in the streets, just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? We out there.
Oh, man.
It's our time. People really got to be on it. Like it's our time if that happens, man.
Yo, you crazy, man. Yo, make sure, I got this nice exclusive, man. If you really see it, I don't think people really see what's on my hoodie right now, man. I got a Tom Thibodeau Dictator hoodie on, podcast specially made, custom made. If you don't want to see it, if you don't see it, you know what he look like from afar. But shout out to Tibbs, man. Tibbs proving me wrong, man. He proving me wrong, man. That's and I love it because even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Let's say if I'm wrong about Tibbs and he wins a championship. Well, shit, I was right. Shit, I won finals or bust. So I ain't gonna never feel like I'm wrong when it comes to Tibbs. Shit, man, I feel like I'm winning right now. Brutus, man, OG. Yo, you know what I love about this shit right now? Yeah, it's my first YouTube live stream. I love the fact that each time I feel like ending the show, or like I'm like 2 minutes from like ending it, I say, all right, break, everybody, like last call, somebody new just steps in the bar. Somebody new.
Yeah, you get Knicks fans together, man. The conversation will never end. What you're gonna learn too is that once the show ends, there's a backstage. Once the show ends, everybody's still backstage talking. You'll see that too.
Okay. But Brutus the OG, man. First, I want to thank you for joining me on my first YouTube live stream. I had so much fun today. Well, I'm having fun right now. Shouts to everybody who got the state merch on. My guy, Tony, my other guy, Jay, man.
I'm going to get there. I'm going to get some.
Yeah, man. And Tony is a guy. Hopefully, I meet Recap in person real soon. Hopefully, I meet Recap at one of these games real soon. We go to Blawnies or Stonies. We could touch it up. I met Brutus a couple of weeks back in person. Brutus was casually OG smooth talking to some nice young lady. So I couldn't even talk to Brutus for the first half an hour. Like I had to say, "What up, OG?" Hug him. I said, wait, hold on. OG Mack or something. All right, let me leave him alone. I had to ball the Nickinator most of the whole time. OG Brutus, man, appreciate you coming on the show once again, man. This is such a blessing for me. And welcome.
Yes, I appreciate, man, being on here for the maiden voyage. How does it sound? How's the audio?
As good as your video.
But your video, your bum ass Android phone, man.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get my podcast game up here soon. Don't worry about it. Yeah, man. I thank you for having me, man.
Anytime, man. So basically, I want you to talk about two things. The first thing I want you to talk about is a great question that I asked all of the guys on the panel. What would you say to young Knicks fans right now about the moment we're in and how they should view this moment and take this moment in? That's the first question. And the second question is, if the Knicks reach any type of huge success, let's say they win a championship, who would you give the credit to more, Tom Thibodeau or Leon Rose?
Ooh. Well, going to the first question, man, these young folks coming up now who haven't seen much success, y'all better get into it, man, and just embrace the ride because it could be short. We've known as Knicks fans growing up, man, it's like you have a little measure of like, luckily, you know, somebody in my age category, we had the whole 90s Knicks. We didn't win it big, but at least we seen a lot of winning, a lot of playoffs, you know what I'm saying? So the vibes was always good. I was born in the 70s. I was here for both championships. I remember the second one way better than the first because I think I was on like 4 or 5 on the first one. Second one, I was about 8 or 9. So it's a little bit more, but still sketchy because I was a kid. But, you know, new Knicks fans or younger Knicks fans, embrace this thing, man. Don't take it for granted. And just enjoy this ride, man, and appreciate when you have success, man. Don't be miserable like some of us older fans who want to be, you know, toxic and because we haven't seen winning in so long. Y'all only been in this game for a short time. So I say, you know, you got to roll with it like that. As far as the second question, who gets the credit if we win this chip, which I believe we're in the mix for, if we get this trade down. I'm looking at Leon Rose to do something big. Even if it's just DeJounte Murray, I still believe it's big because, you know, a few months ago, nobody would have thought we could have even got him. But what could be even better? I think that a rabbit could be pulled out the hat, and that could be Mikal Bridges. So do not sleep on Leon Rose. We've been sleeping on him, and look what he delivered us. He got us OG Anunoby when we was suing the damn team. So I'm not putting nothing past Leon right now. So if we win the chip, I gotta give Leon that credit because even though he was slow to the mix or slow in the game, he came in with a bang. You know what I'm saying? It's like that rapper you never heard of, but when he first hits out there, that first record is a banger. And he came, you know, he had a couple of little joints before, but he finally got the major hit. So he got the major hit in OG Anunoby, and either he's going to come back, either he's going to be a one-hit wonder, or he's going to come back and do it again. And I believe he can do it again. And if he does, he gets the credit.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Recap faces. The chat is like, yo, recap ain't feeling nice.
Yeah, with reason that that's Recap's favorite guy. Like that's like his like hope and dream for the Knicks to get. So the fact he don't even want to believe in it because he just thinks there's absolutely no way or reason. So that's
you can't come up and do that, man. You can't do that. You can't come up and do that and say Mikal Bridges over here. You can't do that.
Pulled off? He pulled off OG Anunoby from a team that was suing. Masai Majuri said, yo, like one of these fucking clowns doing, suing, I've never heard of this before. And yet he made a deal with us
He
and
plays
gave us
for
the perfect puzzle
Brooklyn.
piece.
He plays
Huh?
for Brooklyn, Brutus.
Yo, I believe something. Yo, I'm not putting nothing past Leon right now. Nothing.
You don't gotta
We'll
put
see
it
what
past
the
him.
deal is.
Brooklyn already put it past him. He not coming here. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Do I gotta get
Stop
close to
playing
the
with your
camera?
emotions.
Stop doing this. Stop
You said
doing this.
stop playing with your emotions.
That's what you're doing right now. That's why you're doing it. It's because I said turn off your lights and you're getting back at me. That's why you're doing it.
That's funny. It's funny because Brutus, I think there's no multiverse where, because I can't even do my Kang shit no more. Motherfucking, oh my jeez. I don't think it's no more. So I think I might have to go to straight Dr. Doom flow or straight Joker flow this shit, man. I see, man. I see, man. I think there's, that's a tough ass question. I'm not even gonna lie, Like,
what's the question?
I asked Brutus. The first question is we're talking about like Knicks fans and what would you say to younger Knicks fans? And my second, I forgot my second question. I've been talking so fucking much.
No, it was about who gets the credit, and I said if Leon's a part of something,
who gets the credit?
Yeah, I would say it's Leon.
Well, me and Tony, I guess we're the only two on the panel who agrees. Like I'm giving it to Tom Thibodeau. Like all props due to Leon Rose. But if Tibbs win me a chip, I'm not even thinking about Leon Rose, man. I'm thinking about Tibbs because I'm thinking about all the stuff that he had to go through, all of the rosters he had to go through. Leon Rose was literally given max cap space, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett. Like he was given that. Tom Thibodeau inherited a team that employed Alfred Payton, who's not in the NBA right now. Y'all used to have debates with fucking this is why some Knicks fans, man. Y'all used to have debates with certain Knicks fans. They used to debate me about Alfred Payton, man. I think that's why I was so stressed out years ago, man. Having to watch Alfred, Alec Burks, Mo Harkless, David Fizdale say, I'm going to get you right. Mario Hezonja playing point guard, getting a triple-double. No, like, Knicks fans fighting me over Enes Kanter playing over Mitchell Robinson. Like, little shit like that. But I think Leon Rose, I'm not putting nothing past the recap. I'm sorry. Once he got OG, he destroyed every single negative narrative I had, bro. Like, I have nothing left in the chamber. If this was Call of Duty, right now, running around with the laser gun with no bullets. Like, I have no more bullets. I got to wait till I hit the magic box again. So I got to get more. Leon Rose got it right now, man. But this was a great conversation. I'm not going to lie, man. I would like to get you guys out of here. We've been on here 3+ hours, man. This is crazy. I didn't even expect to be on here 3+ hours, but that's what happens. Like with me, like I've always been like that. Like the conversation once I start and we keep flowing. Oh yeah, we keep talking about Knicks, man. That's always been me. So I'm gonna go around the horn.
We'll all end up in a space anyway in an hour or two.
Yeah. Like probably like 2-3 hours. I still gotta go outside in this goddamn hellhole. But I'm gonna go around the panel. Last thoughts and stuff like that. I'm gonna go to Eru first because I know Brutus. I know you gonna give me about a 5-minute synopsis on life. So I'm gonna let you go last. Plus you came in real late, so I know you got a lot to say anyway. And me and the other guys, we've been talking for goddamn hours already. But Eru, man, what's your last thoughts today, man? Once again, Eru, appreciate you. You was one of the main people, reason why I'm up here right now in 2014 on a YouTube live on my own channel. Eru was one of the first people who extended a hand and say, hey, yo, you want to join the show with me? Eru and Guard Up Knicks, my guy Apollo. Apollo couldn't come through today. Hopefully Apollo could come through another pod, but those two guys are the first two that hit me up. So it's always a helping hand, yo. And you never know where it comes from. So Eru, thank you once again, man. With that extending your hand to me and basically like helping me, man, getting to this point today, man. Appreciate it. Well,
yeah, but it's not like you was a bum in the street. You had nothing going on for yourself. Like when you was doing your podcast, I was a fan of yours, man. That's how that started. You know, I'm a fan of your podcast. You was a fan of me too. So, you know, just like mine, you know, we get with each other and we can't stop talking. You know, I mean, how many times when I first met you, we hugging each other like little kids and stuff. So I mean, you know, same thing with everybody else. You know, you get to meet each other. And it's like love, man. It's like it's like long lost family. You know, here with the orange and blue stuff, man. So. You know, I'm just very appreciative, you know, for all these years doing this stuff. I still got the passion to talk. I still love meeting new people, man. I'm glad to be on the panel with you guys because you guys already have the bond on the spaces, man. So like I said, I abandoned the spaces because I was fighting for my life, you know, when I first came on there, man. So yeah, so hopefully I could come back and make some new friends on spaces too, man. Yeah, but you know, I'm just so thankful, man, to be involved with this community. And I just want to keep on giving back, to the fan base, keep giving back to the culture, and then that's really it there, Stated muted himself again.
Stay you on
always muting yourself on your own show. I don't know how you do that.
Yo, that's that Twitter space shit, man. I mute people from the laptop. That's how much it is. Eru, man, plug in your podcast. Where can they find you? When is your next podcast? And plug in your merch too as well. And anything else you got to plug in today.
Well, yeah, at this point now, man, we've been doing this so long. Just type in Die Hard Knicks Podcast. You'll see whatever. I'm on Instagram, every social media. Mostly I'm on YouTube. I do live podcasts for every single game. So watch alongs if you want to hear me cursing out they were talking about, everything but the Knicks on my podcast. Go ahead and come and hang out with the kid. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm a busy dude. I work a lot of hours, man. So I kind of just pop on whenever I want to. So, I mean, subscribe to the pod and all that. And, I'll see you guys over there.
Yo, thank you once again, Eru, my guy. Eru. Everybody got to give goddamn applause. My guy, Eru, man. Appreciate you, man. Yo. Oh, also, while you're still on here, Eru, Die Hard State of Mind. We back. That's good.
So you say, man. I'm following your lead, man.
We back. I got it. We good. We good. We back.
I hold you to that, man. I hold you to that.
All right, bet, man. Appreciate you once again, man. My guy, Eru. Salute to you, Eru. Recap, my brother. Appreciate you for pulling up. A guy who's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this merch thing right now. Shouts to my guy Mike, man, unseen. See the unseen in the background right there. My guy Mike, who I make clothes with. But man, without Recap, man, I tell you motherfuckers, you know how hard it is to find a reliable, keyword is reliable, a reliable graphic designer? That is hard as fuck, bro. I can't graphic design for nothing. Graphic designing is so hard. I don't even want to learn how to graphic design. That's how hard it is, bro. Like, it's certain things that I could learn how to do the merch and stuff and all of that. Mike teaching me and stuff. I'm getting better at everything. Shout out to the big German too, man. Got the big German up here. This is not a recap graphic, but I'm gonna make sure I get a recap graphic so we get the big German up here, man. But Recap, man, is a great inspiration for me, man. I tell Recap all the time, man, through text, like, yo, bro, you're a great inspiration, bro. You make me work harder. Because every time I hit him up, he say, I'm editing a video. Even with Eru, my guy Eru works mad hard, bro. So, Recap, man, when is your next show? Plug in your merch. And and plug in where your podcast is at and all of that good stuff.
I don't really want to plug my shit because, you know, I think people will find me whatever they want to. But I think the one thing I will plug, because it matters to Knicks fans, is the Jake Fisher interview that I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. This coming up Wednesday at 11 a.m. is the live YouTube. We're going to be talking trades and all that other stuff. I don't know what's going to happen with the New York Knicks at that point. I don't even have a question list because I don't even know how to ask it at this point. I don't know what's going to happen. But hopefully we're going to be talking about Knicks trades, what the priorities are at that point and all that other stuff. So if you want to talk about Knicks, you want to hear about the trades and what's going on in Knickland, you want to check that out. That's really all it is. For everything else, the one thing I want to say is if you type in on YouTube right now, or not even YouTube, you go into Google and you type in best SNYK Podcast. You can do it however you want to, without any search history you want to. I guarantee State's podcast comes up. He gives props to a lot of people, and I know a lot of people have, you know, their own taste of State in regards to, pause by the way, in regards to, you know, how they feel about him and his work and whatnot. He works hard. He does a lot of hours in regards to what he does. He knows the game, even though he has very, outrageous takes at times. That's kind of who he is, though, right? And I think we've come to know him and love him like that. And his podcast speaks for himself. I mean, you know, it's hard. I've been doing it for a while. It's hard to be a top podcast for the New York Knicks. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, a lot of repetition, a lot of consistency, but he's up there, bro. So I really don't want to promote my shit, bro. I just wanted to say, you know, continue doing your shit, continue pushing out your stuff, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. Some days you're going to want to not do the stream and not do this and not do that. Just fight through that shit, because I'll tell you one thing, man, the more consistent you are, the better the results. So keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, and just follow my boy State, man. Keep supporting him.
Yo, I appreciate that, man. Straight, my guy Recap, man. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna get all of this stuff to you ASAP, man.
One graphic until you get me that shit. You're not asking.
No. I got you, yo. I got you. That's my own little self-punishment. I love to do certain things to myself to make sure, like, I get certain things out. I have to get you your fucking stuff, like, oh my god, I dropped the cup, whatever. But Recap, man, thank you for joining me today, man, on the pod, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys, man. This is very nice. My guy Jay, you're a funny dude, man. You know, anybody who's listening to a State Pod, man, you want to join me on the conversation or whatever, you know, I send the link. You can always join me. Woo hit me up. He said, State, it's your show. Why is your video bubble or video box is the same size as everybody else's? And I said to Woo directly, bro, we is all the same person, bro. He's all Knicks fans, bro. I don't give a fuck if I'm the content creator here, bro. We is on the same playing field. I don't want Knicks fans to think I'm bigger than them. Like, I want to feel tangible. Like, I want to be one of those dudes where you write State on Twitter or something, I'm gonna write you back, like, for sure. I don't want to be one of them Hollywood dudes, man. That's corny to me, man. And I think it's better for better content. Oh, State, he ain't trying to be big. He ain't trying to be bigger than nobody else. Nah, man. I've never been like that, man. Today happened because you guys joined me on this pod, bro. That's the reason why it's 3 hours and fucking 30 minutes long. But Jay, man, I appreciate you for joining me. Do you have any pod segments you want to plug in? Any Twitter space segments you want to plug in? Anything? And thank you for wearing the merch too, man. I done sent out so much stuff. I forgot I sent you that hat, bro. I'm not gonna hold you up, bro.
Yeah. Bought the shirt. I got that hat for free. You already know, man.
Man. That's how I do. Yo, ask Tony how I set people out. He knows.
Okay. Well, yeah. My name is Jay.
Do it to Recap, but I was about to break out the bag and show him, bro.
Nah. Don't do that, because I gotta give Recap. Yeah, I gotta send him mad stuff, bro. Like, I set Tony out to the point where I know for a fact I gotta send Recap at least 3-4 bags again. Easy. I got most of it in the crib already, so I'm gonna set him out though. I'm gonna get him right. I'm gonna get it right for sure. But Jay, my fault, bro. Cut you off.
Right, yeah, so definitely y'all can catch me every Wednesday morning, 10 a.m., man. Shout out to Knicks Spaces, man. Anytime Knicks show, man. Episode 20 is coming Wednesday morning. Y'all can lock in at 10 a.m. in the morning, man. If you just want to come through and give a Knicks take, no stress, you feel me? Cupcake takes are welcome in my space, you feel me? You could just come through, talk your shit, have a good time, man. Everybody come through, have a good time. We be rocking out, you know what I'm saying? I might have a hard cutoff time at 12 p.m., but if we rocking and we rolling, I go a little bit longer, you feel me? Like, just come through, chill, talk your shit, man. Yo, Stay, shout out to you, bro, man. It's nothing wearing the merch, man. I had to come through and, you know, I had to show some love, man. So I had to support.
I appreciate that, man. And also for people who, you know, yo, thank you once again, Jay. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate that so much from me, bro. Also for people who can't afford, not everybody got Tony money. Like, not everybody got Ben money. So not everybody going to hit up State and get one of these custom joints. Like, get one of these. Like, not everybody could do that. I'll work with you, though, because I'm about that chicken. Like, if you ain't got my price for a hoodie, I'll work with you. I'll throw you a free shirt. I'll throw you a free hoodie. I'll throw you something for free. You know, I'm easy to work with, man. But I made the website, SNYK Pod, Printify store. I made this website because I felt like I wanted another outlet for fans to buy affordable clothing that they can afford, because not everybody can afford a $100 hoodie. And, you know, certain people's not fortunate like others. That website, man, I got kitchen appliances. I got kitchen tablecloths. I got lamps. I got lights. I got swimming trunks. I got sweatpants. I got hoodies. I got everything. I got it. I got it on there. So go, make sure y'all go support me on the website, man. Tony, my guy, man. The OG, whatever you want to call me, man. Most of you guys is already fucking older than me anyway. What's your last words for today, man? Once again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for always supporting me. Even when I was being an asshead, you know, you know how that goes.
I always tell you, bro, me and you got that in common, bro. Tough skin, we give it to each other, you know, say a lot of shit, but wipe that shit right off, bro. So it's always all love, especially when it comes to Knicks, emotions, passion, and be all crazy. Just want to say, bro, big up to you, salute to you for doing this shit here. Long time coming. You're going to have a lot more of these. I'm glad I was part of the first one. I appreciate it beyond what you would know. Having me up here, having me give my opinions, having your crowd, you know, hear me. So salute to that. I appreciate you always for that, bro. You know, I'm behind you, pushing you, whatever you might need, bro. I'm there. I support you 100 grand. Met you a few times. Cool peoples. You already know, bro. It's all love. To everybody who was in the chat game, I'm sorry if I ain't really answer things or this and that, whatever it be. If I come up again, ever state have me up here again, I'll try to do better with that. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to everybody who showed up on the panel. Some of my favorite people that I met up on Twitter. They do the content creation. I just sit back and just talk shit and give my opinion, always giving my 2 cents. So you pretty much always gonna hear me. But Brutus, State, of course, Recap, Charlotte, Billy, Jay from the East. I don't know Eru, but State, make sure you tell him, bro. Pull up on that fucking Twitter, man. We'll make sure nobody jumping him and all that dumb shit. You know how we do, bro. We starting to bring that community together, and our Knicks are actually helping us, and nobody's really pointing that out. But we finally winning games, and it makes it hard to be toxic or positive and this and that. Everybody's coming together, man, because we finally starting to win. So hopefully we keep that up. State, you make sure you keep that up. Brutus, I know you got some new things coming with that new app. So salute to you both. I'll be out there supporting both of you. Much love.
Yo, much love, man. OG Tony, man. Much love, Tony, man. Brutus, last but not least, man, the OG, man. You could take us home. I really don't have much else to say, man. I just feel blessed, man, that, you know, I could do a live stream from my family liquor store, man. Something that my grandfather passed away in 1996. I know he's so proud of me right now. Like, look, man, he's putting it to use. Like, I like stuff like that. I love bringing the community together, man. That's what I love doing, man. And this is not a great first show without you guys. So, I appreciate everybody in the chat, especially the women that was in the chat today. It was a lot of females in the chat. I see. So, yeah, man, I guess I got to do better on Knicks Twitter too. I got to tone down the cursing at people a little bit because I don't want the women to be afraid of me.
You need these ladies behind you, brother. You need these ladies behind you without a question.
But Brutus, floor is yours.
Listen, man, I mean, appreciate you, man, for doing this powerful endeavor, man. And you're growing, you're doing big things. And I want to see that continue for you in a big way. And I know it is, you're just like a minor step, man, on your way to, reaching the highs, man. You know what I'm saying? The bottom is just too crowded, man. So I'm gonna see you at the top. But finding me, of course, we got the Your Take Knicks pregame, every pregame about 2 hours beforehand, before the start of the game. You can find me, Ebony and Smitty, on the Your Take Knicks. Sometimes we have standing guests, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get you on there as well, State. Then, of course, I just started a new endeavor with Pro Sports Fans PSF app. Go to that, download it. My first show is going to be on January 23rd, the Knicks versus Nets. So I'm going to be doing that as a watch along as we break down the game as we're going through. So, I'm going to do the pregame on X and then go there and, do the watch along. So big things is happening, man. And, I know that, man, the world has everything for you, young blood, to open up, man. Just go out there and get it, man. It don't come to you. So you're doing the right things. You're going out there and you're getting it, making it happen.
Yo, OG Brutus, man, I appreciate you, man. Another great inspiration for me. All of you guys are great inspirations for me, man. Everybody that I put myself around, they just help me work harder. That's what I like. There was no toxic state today. You didn't hear me curse nobody out. This ain't Knicks Twitter. See, this is why I like the whole in person. It feels like I'm talking right next to you. Because when you're in person, you can actually see the person. I think the respect factor is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody cuts each other off. It's just a respect factor. But I will be doing a lot more YouTube live streams. Hopefully I can get Ian Bagley soon, man. Mark Berman, the Toxic Godfather.
Right.
And hopefully I could, mend some relationships on my side, man. I got a couple Knick podcasters that I would love to be on my channel, love to be in the space that I'm in. But I cursed them motherfuckers out years ago. So yeah,
hey, man. Yeah. They got to be able to take it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, man, you put out something out there to some BS, man. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to, you got to know that you're going to be called out on,
Yeah, man. And I also got to watch what I say now because people won't share what I say. For example, I know somebody shared that Jalen Brunson over Embiid take already. So I'm waiting to see the blowback I get from that, man. But once again, man, Buddhist, man.
Peace and love, yo.
Peace and love to you. Salute to you on your new endeavor too, man. I shared that the other day, man. OGs like you who's still looking for stuff to do, still working, who's doing stuff like that, man. I appreciate stuff like that. So I appreciate you, OG. Thank you, man. Thank
you, sir.
Yes, sir. So now, this was a great show. That was a great show, man. All the support that everybody gave me today, man. I appreciate all of you guys, man. You mother effers, man. I didn't even think this many people was gonna come to the first episode. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Shouts to my son Mike, man. You see the unseen Forster Projects, man. 115th and Lenox, Bang Bang Avenue. Shouts to everybody who tuned in today, man. I don't know who was looking from Facebook. I don't know who was looking from Twitter, but people pulled up, and that's all I wanted, man. That's the reason why it took me years to start a YouTube channel. I didn't want to come to YouTube without yes. I just didn't want to come to YouTube without a catalog and without a necessary following, like an elite following per se. Like, and a lot of people don't even know, like a couple, even friends in my circle, I told them years ago, like, yo, I'm doing a podcast. I guess they didn't think I was going to take it serious. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hopefully they see I'm taking it serious now. They'll probably like show a little more support, but you don't need support from everybody, man. As long as you support yourself, man, you motivated and you confident in your own abilities, man, I think you'll be fine, man. And salute to everybody, man, who's in the chat today, man. Was no negative takes and all of that. Eru is so right. YouTube is different from Twitter, especially when you on a panel with a bunch of people you respect. I can't go on a panel with a bunch of people I respect and say a lot of things I say because it's disingenuous, one. Two, I'm not really a trolling type of person. If we're face to face, I don't really like to troll like that face to face. I think face to face trolling is like kind of corny. So that's why I was like kind of pissed off with a person that I shall not name after RJ Barrett got traded. Cause like, yo, bro, you trolling, you being corny. I don't like doing that. And you the way you carry yourself, like you this big Nick podcaster, so carry yourself that way. People who's looking at your podcast and listening to you every day. You don't kick no man down while he's out the door. That's like me saying, yeah, if we ever trade Randall, yeah, the hell with Randall. I've been wanting him trade. Yeah. Like, come on, man. I gotta stop that shit, man. I gotta stop that BS, man. With that said, man, great first show. I'm out of here, man. Your boy State, man. Appreciate everybody who tuned in so far, man. State of the New York Knicks podcast, episode 272. I'm gonna make sure I get this audio out before the night end. Yeah. State of New York Knicks, episode 272, live coming to you from 113 for Lennox, Fred Wines and Liquor store, man. If you know my family liquor store, man, my pops and my uncle, they always in the front. Probably my cousin will probably be in the front. I'm gonna be in here way more this year, helping out, you know, and you know, trying to get my podcast to a level where I think it's going to go, where I know it's going to go, actually. And salute, man. Salute, man. With that said, I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys joining me on the first pod, man. Let me get this outro going.